You got something fun that I know you're gonna have a very good opinion of.
Wow. Bad.
Yes. Yeah, you know this dude named Michael. You know this dude named Charleston White. He went by. He made a comment about Gilly the Kid. This dude named Charleston White. Something. Gilly, Gilly's a personal friend now. So, I'm on this kind of. He's like, I'm a real street nigga. So he made this comment about Gilly and I just never paid attention.
Right.
But then he got Bible and Last TV with him on. Now he's on this other podcast named Gilly. So he made this comment that Jay-Z, Diddy, and Dr. Dre are not black. I'm gonna play the clip and then we'll discuss it. I posted on the page, I was talk about it.
What you gonna do?
Oh, I was right. That shit will go viral.
He gonna really act the fool now. He getting more of a fan. Look at
Man, be out there in that sun all day.
this. Look at this fan.
I told you I got my tent back. I told you get my tent back.
Oh no. He gonna really act the fool.
You don't know what to say. Step out of my way. Money, 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 but I'm shut them off. Keep paying for the school spot, boy, I had to make the call. Stay in pounds and you give it, boy, if you want. A lot of niggas be fake. You really want it. We ain't got it every month, nigga, what you talking about? Screaming on my blood, you got me pride, living in life. It's in my eyes, they like you pride. I'm blind, smoking, get smoke, but I know what you talking about. Screaming on the got me ways, he's right in blood. Money, 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 what I'm talking about. Day in my life, take me a different route. Use all of my face. Is all my thoughts. You can get erased what you talking about. Money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. You don't really know what you been talking about. You don't really want to play. You don't know what to say. It's money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. You don't really know what you was been talking about. And I don't want to be the one who's been talking about. You don't really want to play. You don't know what to say. It's money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. You never cross me sports. I'm whipping it up, quarter ring seat. I swear that I'm cooking these orders. You talk about me, you better just hope that you can just really afford it. I'm ballin', I'm ballin', I'm winning, I'm feeling like Robbie's horrid. Nigga, I'm scoring. I'm up in the morning. They talk about me, then I gotta be horrid. You can just be boring. So independent, my money be corporate. These rappers are boring. Pay me in, I'm always gonna adore it. I'm smoking that smoke. You always blowing me, let me ignore it. You can go talk about me, I ain't doing this. I go for all this. If you talk about me, then I'm on it. You know that I'm on it. Jumping, take trips, pumping, all day, all white, keep bricks, stacks like all track. I get it, I get it, I get it, I get it, man. And you can never ever get rid of it. So watch what you say, watch what you do. If you play the game, you play by the rules. And you can never ever get money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. You don't really know what you been talking about. You don't really want to play. You don't know what to say. It's money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. You don't really know what you was been talking about. Now I'm on me, the one I was really talking about. You don't really want to play. You don't know what to say. It's money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. You don't really want to play. You don't know what to say. It's money, 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 what I'm talking about.
Y'all couldn't hear it. Let's see if we can as well.
That's my shit. My acting debut, baby. Platinum.
Yeah, y'all couldn't hear CPP. He was singing along with the lyrics. Started rubbing his gun. Reminiscing over you, my God.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Y'all couldn't hear he was singing along with the lyrics.
It's gonna be a wild show, dog. I'm tired.
As you can see,
I'm tired. We got liquor.
we have another.
We always do.
Let's call out the bar. We always have liquor.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna get wild like last week.
Oh
Maybe
my God.
wild.
And the week before and the week before.
So we have some more Mexican tequila.
Yeah, we about to crack that in a little while. 100% agave. Oh yeah, that's that real shit right there.
Last week, CPP was like,
Yeah, that other stuff was the one before the first one was smooth. This one was good, but after like the third shot, I was like, fuck it. Yeah, this looks very interesting.
Yeah.
I like the way this bottle looks. We might got to fight. I might got to take this one home. Your bar full already.
Yo, we really, he's serious. Like the liquor graveyard is really full.
We just had to toss some because it was running out of room.
About to toss some more.
Wait, toss what?
So you had to toss some bottles.
Some of the empty bottles.
Yeah.
Make sure you clarify.
I mean, ever since you didn't join the show, that shelf thing got full kind of quick. It used to be full, but since we didn't have Lady Antoinette on this show, he's had to empty the graveyard twice.
Wait. First of all,
when I was coming, it was only one by myself.
How are you going to complain
I'm not
about
complaining.
a bartender coming to the bar?
Trust me, I'm not complaining. I'm always getting pointed out for certain things that I do.
But
I'm just having to point. I'm like, Lady Antoinette, I had to point
I'm
it
doing
out.
what I'm supposed to do.
I understand. You're doing a great job too.
Thank you.
I
Don't worry. In a couple weeks,
Mm-hmm.
I will be back to bringing quite a few.
When she pulled that gallon out the bag, I didn't know what to do, man.
Are you talking about the
That tequila, that mix, y'all, that mango.
Oh yeah, I thought you were talking about the Maker's Mark.
Man, it's like somebody pulled the gat out at the
That was
party,
like 1800.
man. Yeah, it's like somebody pulled the gat out at the party, like everything's like skirt, everything stopped, like oh shit.
I mean, it was good though.
Yeah, it was a little too sweet though. See, I don't really like it too.
Well, so
sweet.
sometimes some people, I'm not gonna say
Some
exactly
people,
who,
okay.
but
Some people.
add 1800 or moonshine to it. You know those moonshine cherries that you were acting like you were scared of.
I mean, I ain't scared of them. Just that I ate a couple of them.
Yeah, literally too. That's it.
Yeah, cause I ain't. They was all hot.
Right, he was.
I mean, because I can drink moonshine because I know because I got before by the watermelon and moonshine. When they put a whole joint, you cut a hole in the watermelon.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I had like 3 pieces.
Yeah, and it was good. Right?
It was great.
Uh-huh.
Then I started breakdancing and some more shit off of that
Yeah.
shit.
But did you die?
Nah, I was
Okay,
good.
then.
I was good.
Did you take a youngin home that night?
Yes, I did.
So how was it a bad experience?
I'm not saying it was a bad experience. It was just unexpected.
Okay, so with that said, why were you acting like, you know, you
Because
couldn't
those
do the
cherries been in
trick?
that moonshine for a while, and I know they had soaked it up.
Don't we still
I mean,
have some?
We still got some, and
See?
you just ate. Your stomach should be full.
Yeah, that's perfect.
See why we gotta mix the moonshine with tequila? Why
Because
y'all?
I feel like it's
And
good.
plus, I gotta be to work extra early tomorrow.
Wow, what's going on? What's going on? Where?
It is the Memorial Day sale of all sales down at Waldorf Honda, 2450 Crane Highway. Come holler at me, CP3 or Carol 40, whatever. Just ask for me. Get the deal done. You know, we got some great sales going on. We open from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. tomorrow. And come on down and ask for me so we can get that deal. Because I know you need that new ride. Once the weather clear, you know, you'll be out there with the sunroof pop, chilling.
Or the convertible right now?
And the used cars, if you're looking for used cars, you need to come on out. We got some nice ones because if you've been looking, you know the used car market is depleted right now. You know, microchip shortage. A lot of folks are going to used cars from new cars because new car production has been shut down. So make sure you come holler at me now because we're getting deals done. My managers are aggressive. We got a lot of lenders, you know, no credit, bad credit, good credit. Come holler at your boy. We get that deal done. Yeah.
What you got for us in sports, sir?
A lot of disappointment for Washington.
Oh,
For Washington sports fans.
I don't care. I still got my straight out of Washington shirt.
No doubt. You still got to rep, no doubt. You know, it's it's the playoffs. Unfortunately, the Washington Capitals had a first round exit, losing to Boston 4-1. A lot of folks are upset. You know, I'll go back to 2018 when they didn't re-sign Barry Trotz. I felt that was a mistake, and a lot of folks are now starting to have that same sentiment.
Yep.
I also read a very interesting article talking about it after they won the cup and basically just putting a Band-Aid on a broken leg, trying to recapture that journey and that run they went on, and they should have started rebuilding. You know, after that, you know, Ovi is a free agent. 9 times out of 10, he already has a handshake deal with the owner. He's his own agent, so he does all his own negotiating. Plus, you have the expansion draft, so some players are going to be left exposed to possibly get drafted by the expansion team. One of the players that's name has been mentioned extensively is Kuznetsov. That cup run, he was great, but if you don't know, he had a cocaine problem and went to rehab this past off season. Then he had 2 stints on the COVID list, which kind of took him out of his groove. He was still trying to find his way because, you know, when you have drugs out athletes, you know, it kind of aids their game, and that's one of the things that they are questioning. Plus, he has an $8 million cap number, and if you know, hockey salary cap is nothing like the NFL salary cap. It's half of the NFL salary cap.
Yeah.
So they have a core of players making between $8 and $10 million. John Carlson, TJ Oshie, Nick Backstrom, and Ovi's probably going to sign a $10 to $11 million deal.
Yeah.
That's 30% of your cap right there. And they going to have a very interesting off season. Some things going to have to be done. I still love this team. I thought they could, you know, make a longer run, but, you know, first year coach Laviolette, I'm not really a fan of his. If you watch the show, you know I wasn't really a fan when they hired him. I like what they did in the regular season, but postseason is what matters. Granted, we did have some goalie issues and some injury issues with key players getting hurt down the stretch. This was a shortened season, so not making excuses.
Such a man a break, though. Right there, he got you to the postseason, and you're like, I'm not a fan. But then the first year coach, he got you.
True. Like I said, the regular season he was on point. Regular season he was on point.
He did a good job. He's just not where you want him to be, because I guess you want him to come out as a rock star.
No. If you listen to the show, Sports on the Hill podcast, Monday nights, there was a trend with this team. They would get a lead, and they would get a 2 or 3 goal lead and then find a way to give it up and then find a way to win in the end, which is cool. But that's not a good trend to have, especially in playoff hockey. Playoff hockey and regular season hockey is 2 different brands of hockey. It's not the same. And that's why I love hockey, because there's the intensity goes up. Hockey's already an intense sport, but when you get to the playoffs, everything is magnified, plays and
I thought
everything.
you loved it just because of the violence.
Well, I mean, the violence is good
I'm
too,
about to say, good more. That's the reason.
but in the playoffs, you don't really have as many fights because you don't want to get
Right,
suspended
because
and cost
their
your team.
head is in the game for real. But
Exactly.
what I feel is that he may have found his groove in the regular season, but the postseason he didn't.
Yeah,
I mean, and this is he's new to this.
Yeah,
so
I
you
mean,
gotta
like I
keep
said,
that
there's
in
still
mind.
things where I'm not saying he's not a good coach. I'm not saying that he should get fired. I'm just saying I'm not really a fan of his. I would have rather have a more defensive-minded coach. Granted, he has had success going to the Stanley Cup and winning, but like I said, I'm not saying it was a bad move. I just wish they had better defense because this was a trend we saw throughout this whole season. And under Trotz, it took 4 years, but once they locked in that defense and went on that run, they had a lead, a 2-goal lead with 11 minutes left. Game was over.
Right.
And unfortunately, I didn't have that feeling with this team at all. At any point, I was hoping they would put it together, getting closer to the end of the season. But like I said, injuries and a shortened season. Unfortunately, it is what it is. But
Well, if it took one coach 4 years, then in
it's
4
gonna take
years
time.
we can revisit,
oh yeah,
whether or not he's up to the challenge.
yeah, no doubt. I mean, like I said, he's had success. Like I said, I'm not a fan of his. Just like Tortorella, I can't stand his ass. He's a good coach, but I can't stand him.
There we go.
I mean, I'm just saying, that I got respect for him when I, give him credit, but I just don't like you. Fuck you. But
Don't like that.
Yeah.
Like that real talk. That's how you go.
yeah, then the Washington Wizards are down 3-0 to the 76ers. Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook been trying to, get it together. I know Westbrook, I believe, had a sore ankle. I'm not even
Yeah.
sure if he played last night.
He wasn't supposed to.
He wasn't supposed to. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't,
Well,
Robbie in the
we
year.
knew he came out of the game because it was an incident when he got hurt and was leaving the game. Not last night, but
Oh,
before.
it's Philly fans, what you expect.
I mean, but that's the quickest way to get you banned and not get your refund for your season tickets. Because that person had a season ticket.
Do you really
I don't
think
know
after?
if you knew that somebody threw popcorn
Yeah, threw
on
popcorn
him as
on
he was leaving. He got injured. And as he was leaving, someone threw popcorn on him, and he didn't act very injured at that point.
Yeah, Westbrook is known
He
to
was trying
roll
to
up
get
on
in, he was trying to get
fans.
in them stands.
Oh yeah,
but-
Westbrook will get you.
But with that said, the whole reason why he was leaving was because of an injury.
Yeah, Philly fans, I know football fans are rapid. I would assume
all the Philly fans are kind of that way. So I
I
mean,
always tell the story. I was in Philly with a New York hat on,
Yeah.
and the white dude walked up to me, and I was in gym, and we was lying in the seats, and he said, "You know where you at?"
So,
I looked him dead in the face. I said, "Yeah." He said, "Where you from?" I said, "Can you read my hat?" He was like, "Oh." I said, "Yeah."
right.
I'm just as crazy.
It don't matter.
Cross that
I mean,
line if you want to.
I have friends who have gone up to Philly because it ain't nothing but a quick drive, and they're Redskins stuff. And it was Redskins at the time. I'm not trying to be racist.
I'm
y'all.
just saying.
The team was
gotta
the
stay
Redskins at the
Washington
time. It is
football
now the
team,
Washington
man. It's the
football team.
franchise.
But they had their paraphernalia on. They came from DC, drove up, and yeah, they got into it with everybody.
Everybody. I bet.
And that's how it is. And when they come down here, I remember I was worried years ago. My mom and dad were at the game. God, I don't remember what year it was. I think it was like the early 2000s, and they had to stop the game because some fans were fighting. It was a Philly game. Fans were fighting in the stands. They sprayed pepper spray, and the pepper spray went into the fan and onto the field. So they had to stop the whole game. It was crazy. And I'm calling them. I'm like, because them Philly games be off the chain.
Yeah.
So I'm worried about my parents. They was like, they crazy out here. I'm just like, y'all just go ahead and go. It was at the end of the game. I was like, y'all go home.
But
Just go
I
home.
got a funny story.
I'm scared to know.
All right, me, my man, and other little skinny white dude that's with us. I'm not gonna name no names.
Yeah, just my man's and my other man.
Yeah. So Philly had won the game, and we were by these Philly fans, and the skinny white guy was talking shit. And no, I think we won that game. I think that's what. Yeah, we won, and he was talking shit to the Philly fans as he was leaving out. Philly fans drunk at FedEx. So we keep on telling, man, let's go. Let's just get out of here. We ain't no need for all of that. He goes back and start arguing with the dude. So me and my man, like, fuck, he with us. Gotta go back. So me and my man just standing there going back and forth, back and forth.
Did you slump him?
Wasn't me. It was my
It
man.
wasn't me. All right, Shaq.
I didn't have to because my man, he got a quicker draw than I do. So
Oh, really?
yeah, he saw a dude get ready to make a move and then boom, knockout button.
So Lady Antoinette, raise your hand if you believe that CPD.
It was not me. I will admit this time it was not me. I did not hit the
You
knockout
always
button.
say it's not.
Right, this time. We're supposed to believe you this time. Okay. Yeah, CP. It wasn't me. I'm talking about
Please
a friend of mine.
believe
Like,
me.
ain't that the oldest story in the book when you really talk about this stuff? You talk about your friend?
Your friend.
No,
I have a friend who has this problem. I'm like, yeah, sure.
I got a friend who has a
I'm
back-to-back
serious,
injury.
man. It was not me this time.
Yes, we believe you. Mhm.
I mean,
Mhm.
it'd have been more believable if you told me you slumped it, dude. I'm just speaking.
This time I could not take credit for this
And what did
slumping
you do?
and
You
stuff.
stopped and you said, hey, guys.
No, it was
let's
no.
pray together.
No, I didn't say
You was like,
that.
let's pray. Kumbaya.
Did you say hurry up and let's leave?
I said, yeah, let's get the fuck up out of here. but the little skinny white, no, he knocked the dude out. So he was out cold. So I'm like, man, let's get the fuck out of here. Little skinny white dude get on top of dude, start punching him some more.
That wasn't you?
No, if he down, ain't no, that's way. So I would go for the next motherfucker.
Oh, so what did you do again?
But
Go for his friend. You went for the next one.
no,
right?
because I saw the police coming. I said, let's get the fuck out of
You
here.
went for the next friend. Then you said, let's go. Everybody was on the ground.
The order might went something like that, but
See,
the
now the
whole
truth
the whole
comes
the
out.
whole point is I was trying to
So
get
you
the fuck
want us
out
to
of there.
believe, you want us to believe in this violent-filled world that today you did not choose violence and that you
It
were
was-
the voice of reason.
It was kind of like she said, I was getting ready to get the other
Oh,
motherfucker,
no, I
and
didn't
then
say
I
that. That you
seen.
got them and everybody was floored. Then you left.
No, it was only one
No,
dude that
I
got
don't
knocked
believe
out. The other dude was about to get knocked out, but that's when I saw the police coming, and that's when me and my man rolled. But the white dude was still on top of the dude hitting him, so he got locked up.
Did y'all bail him out?
Hell no. But when he got a lawyer, he was like, months later, he was like, hey, I'm gonna need y'all to come to the lawyer's office to, explain what happened. He's gonna try to spin the story or whatever before he can get off. And then me and my man looked at each other and was like, it's two niggas. This one white dude. They gonna blame the black motherfuckers. We ain't going in there shit. We ain't go to the lawyer. We ain't gonna know. He's like, fuck that shit. Cause we know what he gonna do. He gonna blame the black guy. Shit was crazy, man. Philly fans are wild. It was a good game, though.
Philly fans, huh?
Yeah, I mean, shit happens, man.
Lady Antoinette, what's going on with you?
Man, I'm here. That's all I can say. I'm here. I'm exposed to these lies once again.
Oh, jeez.
I'm gonna get revved up,
Do you
like I
feel? Do
said.
you feel like lightning is going to come down
Yes.
anytime now?
And it's been raining this weekend,
But I'd be
and
telling people the truth.
and the past week we have had some thunderstorms. So I do feel like I need to like kind of move a little bit because I may be in jeopardy of getting some type of,
Brother can't catch a
residual
break.
lightning. I
Brother
don't wanna-
can't catch a break.
Well, I
I'll be
mean,
I
trying.
mean, you expect it to go-
I did not slump them this
How
time.
old were you when this happened?
Probably late 20s, probably.
So you really expecting
I was calming down then.
in your late 20s?
Yeah,
You never said you calmed down in your late 20s.
because my dad passed when I was 27. And then I went into therapy after that. So my 29, 28, 29, 30, that's when I made the
but
transition.
hold on. Here, let me say this, because you said your dad passed when?
When I was 27,
Okay, what year was that?
2004.
So when did you make a change for the?
We're not talking about Air Frito. They were antagonizing me, Air Frito.
We're talking about you as a
Oh,
whole.
man. I was going
mean,
through a change. I was
because-
going through.
I want to go
During
to
the
the F word.
time that you worked at said place.
You don't say the F word because it's a trigger word.
Right. He said it. I didn't. But and he knew he was wrong when he said it out of his mouth. With that said, during the time you worked at said place, okay, there was a beginning, a middle, and an end. Okay. So saying that you made a turn for the better, right?
Yeah, I did.
That means that at the beginning when you started working there, it may have been a little shaky. Your behavior in general. I'm
had
not
it-
talking about just at work. I'm talking about you as a whole. So
Oh,
that
as a
would
whole,
include,
yeah, I was.
that would include work.
Yeah,
That would include work.
I was the same person at
And
work.
then
I
there's
wasn't in
the middle.
streets. That was a problem.
There was a middle, and then unfortunately, your dad passed. You went into therapy. However, therapy may have been a starting point, but let's not go so far as to say that you really made a change.
I did. You just
for
didn't
the
see
better.
it. You
Like
just
you
didn't see it.
started, you were thinking about making a change.
You just didn't see it because you only saw me at work.
I didn't see it because it wasn't actually a change.
No, at work. You see, you didn't understand the dynamic of what was going on around there.
My love, let me say this.
Uh,
While I worked at said place and you worked at said place, okay, your behavior in the building and out of the building was in question. So let's just keep it there.
That's because people were spreading lies.
But you see the excuses, right?
No, this is
I don't know. Was this before or after you brought the stripper to the family picnic?
I believe that was in 09, right? So I believe that was like 09. Was that 09?
yeah, something.
Okay, so with that said, 09 is after.
But that's what I'm saying. You don't understand the dynamic of what was going on in that environment.
What I'm trying to get you to understand is that you did not actually make the change that you
No,
claim you made.
no, the things that I was doing for a reason
Oh.
in there.
It makes it better if you
No,
do
it
for
is
a
not about
reason.
making it better, but that's why I played that chess game with them because they was bringing in bosses to get me fired, and I had to
but
flip
we're
it
talking-
to get them
I'm
fired.
talking about you
So
as
I
a
had,
whole.
but I had to push certain buttons in there to get them to play the game I wanted them to play.
Mm-hmm.
I was playing chess; they were playing checkers. I knew what they were going to do ahead of it. I just had to speed up and piss them off to the point where
You know your
they
voice
came
always
out of
changes when
character.
you talk about sex.
And you know,
Because-
he was like real, like,
Because I'm
if
still,
I had to do
because
this,
I'm pissed
and
off because I didn't have proper documentation to sue these
Hey,
motherfuckers.
hey, you do know that we not them.
So
I ain't pulling no blade out of nothing.
I mean, if you want to, we can go
that's
with
what
a
I'm
knife
saying. I
fight.
know you
I
got
can do
one.
that, you know.
I know you got one.
Hey,
I-
that's
I
not
left mine at
nobody's
home.
business.
so
I always
know
have
it's
at
one
least
somewhere.
one on me. Don't worry about where.
since CPP has already chose violence, I want to play a clip from another podcast.
I want to say this about sports because CP3, you know, he biased. Y'all know that?
Bias about what?
Sports.
In what way?
You don't talk about all sports.
Well, I mean, we was, but we got wrapped up in a whole other conversation.
Yeah,
I
but
had
you
some other
didn't
stuff.
bring up Naomi Osaka and the issues that she's going with. Do you know about that?
Oh yes.
The
No, I
French
didn't.
Open. So she didn't talk to the media. She did a Marshawn Lynch. She didn't talk to the media. They fined her. So now she's been posting about the fact that she just gonna show up so she don't get fined. Because they're trying to put her out of the tournament at this point if she continues to not show up. It's in the contract. So she should have known it was coming. But she said she didn't want to talk to them because of mental health issues, you know, which I get. I feel like there should be like a clause or something in there, but at the same time, people will probably abuse it. But
She got to hit the Marshawn Lynch. I'm just here so I won't
that's
get
what
fined.
she's planning on
That's
doing.
that's all she got to
according-
do.
The way she's been posting on her social media.
Yeah, that's all she got.
Well,
That she's
I mean,
fulfilling her obligations.
Also in sports. So the black young lady that does the acrobats in the Olympics, she just performed. She
Simone
just
Biles.
did this flip like she's the only female
To ever do it.
to ever do it.
Yeah.
And then they shitted on her with her points.
It ain't
But,
the
but
first
here's the
time.
thing. That's happened so many times.
Yeah, it's not the first time.
And it's sad because black women in gymnastics have always been hated on.
Yeah.
They've always been hated on, and you kind of see some differences in their build. They tend to be more muscular,
Yeah.
and they tend to push the limits
You hit a flip that no female
ever.
has ever hit, and they rank you was it third or sixth, something like that.
It was something ridiculous.
It was something like, how do you not win? You did something that nobody else in that building could do. So just imagine Michael Jordan when he did the Statue of Liberty dunk in the dunk contest, and they was like, we're gonna give it to so-and-so.
Here's the thing.
Crazy, right?
I mean,
A lot
it
of
doesn't
a lot
surprise
of
me.
black women who were in gymnastics over the years have definitely spoken out about the
The undercover racist.
the racism and you know it's sad.
I mean, it's in
It's
every.
sad.
What was sad was Lady Antoinette. So I posted the about her doing it. I even watched it, and then like a day later, I read another article how they shitted on her. 'Cause I'm assuming she.
No, yeah, no.
I'm like, she did a flip that no other. I'm gonna keep saying it. No other female has ever done.
Yeah,
And she didn't fall. She didn't even stumble.
yeah. So here's the thing. It's up to the unfortunately, and this is not just gymnastics. It's a lot of
I was
different
about to say it's
things
rampant
that
in it.
that people do. Well, no, like even if you look at dance, and I think we talked about this once time before. When you have individual judges with their point system and what they decide they want to deduct points for, you're relying on that judge, their eyes, and their interpretation of your performance. When you have a judge that is not keen to what you're doing, you're not favorable to them, they're going to nitpick. But someone else, they're going to overlook their errors.
Because they're going to try to find flaws in it because they have a prejudice.
Right.
So I mean,
And that's what happens. So like I said, when it comes to and you'll see like the way that they judge these things for gymnastics and for like dance competitions and things like that, they do you'll find like there are certain judges, especially, oh my gosh, if you put hip hop into your routine, there are a lot of judges that are so less than thrilled. Like they're looking at you like, what?
you could even go back to with Serena when she had the bodysuit on that she was
yep.
using for her, when she
Yep.
was having issues with cramping and stuff. And it was like, well, you can't wear that. But
Yep.
Caucasian a few years earlier was allowed to wear a suit
Yeah.
that was similar to hers, and they didn't say one thing about
Yeah.
it. So I mean,
It's because of and it sheds light on the rest of America, or the world in a sense, because a black woman can go into the workplace, and I'm HR, so I know a black woman can go into the workplace with an outfit on. Everybody's looking at her like, oh, she is dressed provocative because she's shapely, she has curves. A white woman, or not even a white woman, I'll just say a woman who has less curves. Same thing. People don't think anything of it.
That's true.
And I don't want to make it about race. However, unfortunately, the black woman is the one who takes the point of it.
because it makes
Right,
it
right.
uncomfortable.
Right.
Like the crazy thing is, I remember several years ago, it was a meme. And it was like this teacher. And
Oh
she
yeah,
happened to be black. And it was like,
She was real shapely.
yeah, I remember.
Yeah, he was
I'm just saying because I
spent many
always,
days
I
longing to
always,
be in her class.
yeah, 'cause I always wanted to teach her, man.
But they were like, this appropriate. There have been white women who were teachers that slept with students.
Yeah. Had babies with her.
Yeah, and went jumped at another lady. And no one says anything.
They say
Right.
things, but just
I mean,
not as much.
Not as much.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy that they're like, well, this appropriate. And I'm like, well, damn. Are you mad because she has curves?
Mm-hmm.
Like anything that she puts on is going to fit her body. What the hell do you want her to wear?
But Pete,
A
think
muumuu?
about it.
Yes.
She probably done caught her husband watching some porn, some black porn with some shapely women, and then they see that and they
How do you
automatically.
get the porn?
I'm just trying to give you the background of why they think that way. Why
But
they
it's not.
feel-
No, it makes them uncomfortable.
Yeah, because they know their husbands are
because-
attracted to that.
Well, no, it's not even that. They can be a single woman and
Well-
she's unattractive. Why? Because it's. Some people say it's a jealousy thing. Some people just feel like it's just it is what it is. At the end of the day, if you look at the history in the world, not just here in America, of the black woman and their body, and how black women are looked at as inhumane.
Yeah.
And you've seen pictures and drawings of how they would take a black woman and put her on display
Yeah.
because of her shape. Oh my God, how could she have that much? But you turn around and there was an era where they would wear things to make it appear that they had big butts. And now look at this, plastic surgery is real.
Yeah.
they are getting big butts. And when I say they, I'm not talking about one specific race. There are many.
There's a lot of them. They want the full lips. They want the big butt.
You gotta have
All
it.
of that.
They,
All of that.
You know.
they know that's what.
Shout out to Kardashian.
All of them got it.
Yes.
All of them got the surgery.
Yeah, I mean, everybody like curves, hips, thighs, and ass.
But you can down a black woman, but you want to be like her.
Exactly.
That,
So
that's unfortunately most people's human nature because they can't be that, so they're going to down talk it,
And then they're
they
going to try to turn into
They
it.
try to exactly. If you can't beat them, join them. Oh, I had a chick like that that stole my man, so I got to get like that so I can steal somebody else's.
so CP3,
Yeah.
you want to take a shot before I play this clip?
Sure, why the hell not? I'll be right.
So the gentleman named Charleston White.
Oh, yes. Let's talk about him.
So I remember he was viral. He said something about being a kid at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Snoop the Gilly, that's what I do.
The gentleman named Charleston White.
And then, hey, give me a cup to CP3. You already know I did, baby.
He
Um,
ain't even been drinking no tequila. His voice ain't got.
So yeah, I know. So he was on Vlad TV. I don't fuck with Vlad TV. Vlad the culture vulture. Real talk.
So
Y'all should boycott that shit.
Mhm.
Because, I need to go subject, but to say this real quick. Vlad instigates stuff between black people so he can get ratings and get paid. Pete the Veronica, Vivica Fox joint. Of course, he had to ask about 50 and that created controversy. And he gets paid off for us tuning in to see what she said. And he edits out all the real shit.
Mm-hmm.
Also, he just did the same thing with a Juvenile and Young Buck. He knows Juvenile and Young Buck don't fuck with each other.
Right, and nobody was peeping that. Nobody even cared about that beef. But now you making it a
And he
thing.
makes that the clip.
Mm-hmm.
So, but back to him, he put this clown on. And you know, this dude, he's a guy from Texas. The shirt that he's wearing in this in this clip is the Texas nigga. So that's exactly what we'll be dealing with when we stuff. So basically, he said that Jay-Z, Diddy,
that's exactly what we'll be dealing with.
Jay-Z, Diddy, and Dr. Dre hasn't done anything for blackness. So I want to play this. It's from the Stay Cheese podcast. So I'm not trying to take credit because that's who he was getting interviewed by. But I want to play this and I want to discuss what he said.
Mm-hmm.
It's about to get real, baby. It's about to get real.
So I'm not trying to take credit because that's who he was getting interviewed by.
What the fuck?
Already. We done already started.
What the fuck is up with your voice already? You need to know that.
Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a Q&A. I have an updated Q&A I did this before, but I just gave you guys facts about me. This time I've asked you guys questions on Instagram, or I told you guys to ask me questions on Instagram. And so I'm going to be answering all you guys' questions. Some questions are a little spicy, some questions are a little rude and offensive. Some questions is just none of your damn business.
Business? Yeah, don't do that.
But I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna answer everything. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, and none of your damn business.
I don't want to hear shit.
Don't do that.
But
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know
go
her.
through and
I
I'm
don't
gonna answer
care.
everything
Uh-oh.
up. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to like,
Yeah,
comment.
baby.
Fuck that. It's easy.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear this shit.
Already. I don't know if this
I
is a good
told
idea.
you it's gonna be a wild.
All you
film.
did
Yeah,
was
this
sniff
shit.
the
Yeah.
tequila.
I just took a couple of sips. That shit's
But
strong.
when you sniffed it, you were acting up.
Yeah, because that's some real tequila there.
What was it supposed to be?
I don't know. I'm not a tequila connoisseur, so I'm always surprised.
So here we go. Smoke, right?
Now you recently said Jay-Z, Diddy, and I think Dr. Dre. You said they didn't do nothing for black people.
I mean, they probably got 22. That's 3 billion, right?
Yeah.
Now you recently said Jay-Z,
They could
Diddy, and
open
I think
a
Dr. Dre. You said they didn't do nothing for black people.
music label.
Rock Nation. Powered by all black people, I think.
He sold most of it, huh? He had most of it up.
And I think Jay-Z also, he's in marijuana now, and he helps a lot of black people get in there.
Well, he's not helping, but there's a lot of powerful white people that has it's almost like hundreds of $1 million set aside in a fund in the cannabis industry. Jay-Z is just gonna be the face of it. Well, they're helping minority black people get involved in it. Man, as rich and powerful as these guys are, man, why we ain't got no black bank, no airline industry, no college, no school, no nothing. They don't run nothing. They still work for people with all that money.
No college, no school,
And
no nothing. They don't run nothing. They still
as long as they've been in power, why hadn't they uplifted anything?
And
From the artists, when you look at the artists that Puffy had, and he still owe a lot of money. He still ain't you see what I'm saying? Man, Dr. Dre and that white bro for get half that.
owe a lot of money. You see what I'm saying? Man, Dr. Dre.
Man, we lose with our entertainment. Johnny Cochran was the best we had, huh? He was fighting to get to the United Nations. It's an open seat for black people at the United Nations.
We lose with our entertainment.
Man, Jay-Z,
Johnny Cochran was the best we had, homie. He was fighting to get to the
Dr. Dre, Puff Daddy,
black people at the United Nations.
they don't go to Congress about anything. If they spoke to Congress, Congress would listen to them.
Puff Daddy.
They don't go and petition
They don't.
our government on behalf of the black American people.
If they spoke,
They're not involved in helping create opportunity zones like what President Trump was trying to put in place in lower economic black communities.
American people.
They don't even talk that talk.
Helping create opportunity zones.
And we shouldn't expect our entertainers to do no more than to entertain them.
Black communities. They don't.
We shouldn't expect no more from Jay-Z, Beyonce. We shouldn't expect that from
But who knows what's going on behind the scenes?
well, we can see the effects of it years down the road. If there's anything going on behind the scenes, when do we see it? I don't trust anybody to go behind the scenes and do anything. That's how they buy everybody. It's behind the scenes.
If there's anything going on behind the scenes, when do we see it?
That's what happened to Dr. King behind the scenes.
And do anything. That's how they.
Yeah, when you become billions and billions and billions, homie, you can't speak against them people. You can't ever tell them people they wrong.
Behind the scenes.
You can't ever tell them people they wrong.
Billions and billions and billions, homie. You can't speak.
They gonna take it from you, homie. We've seen everybody throughout history. Anybody bite that hand or go against them people, homie, they gotta go. From Bill Cosby, to Michael Jackson. Who was ever bigger than Michael Jackson, homie, in our lifetime?
Maybe Jordan.
Maybe Jordan.
Bill Cosby
And you saw what happened to Michael.
to Michael Jackson.
They stripped him naked, homie, and took pictures of him private
In
part.
our lifetime.
Maybe Jordan.
Maybe Jordan.
Same with Bill Cosby, homie. They waited till he got old.
They stripped him naked, homie.
They waited till he got old, homie,
Private part.
to do him how they done him.
Same with Bill Cosby.
Michael Jordan,
Till he got old.
he went away silently.
They waited till
He never caused no problem. He never stirred up no
how
mess.
they done him. Michael Jordan, he went away silent.
So
He never caused no problem.
whatever they doing behind closed doors, my nigga,
No mess.
it's for them and not us.
So whatever they doing behind closed doors, my nigga. It's
I'm assuming we're just gonna start with CP3.
First of all, I want this motherfucker on the show.
Put a mic on.
First of all, that's the first motherfucker.
I'm assuming we're just gonna
Because when you double talking and talking fucking ignorance, I want to tell it to your face, you're full of shit. Because they haven't done anything for black people. First of all, you throw Trump in there in the mix, talking about him trying to help develop black communities and, you know, whatever the bullshit he was trying to pull. Out of all the stuff that he did, You try to pull that golden nugget out your ass and try to link that to our black folks that's in, you know, power of entertainment to that, then you're going to say that they're not going in front of Congress to, you know, rally for the black folks and then say they should just entertain. What the fuck are you really talking about? So you went viral, bring your punk ass on At the Bar Radio. And I hope whoever see this and know this dude, I'm calling you out. We can sit here and debate live stream and I will shut your shit down. I'm not even going to go into all of that bullshit you were talking because I'm going to let them get to it. But I'm calling you out, whoever the hell you is and whatever podcast you on. Please, please contact At the Bar Radio because I got something for that ass. And I'm done.
Okay. All right.
That shit was pure ignorance.
Well, here's my problem. He would make like a half a point, right? Like he could be like, okay, I see where he's going, and then he'll completely contradict it.
Exactly.
So on one hand, you want all of these entertainers to do something for the black community. Then on the other hand, you say, oh, but you can't expect entertainers to do something. Then you bring up Johnny Cochran when you're talking about entertainers. He's not an entertainer. He never was. Thank you.
He just pulled out his
So
ass.
where did that part of, like, what drugs were you on? Like, bruh, I was trying to be like, oh, okay. No.
You need a lobotomy.
First of all, first and foremost, Jay-Z. Let's take Jay-Z.
Go ahead. Break it down.
Let's take Jay-Z.
Go ahead, break it down.
Okay. It was big news when he did Tidal, right? Big news. Why was it big news? Because who was going to benefit from it?
The artist.
The artists, right? Black artists, particularly, was excited about. They were excited about Tidal. They were excited about the idea of doing this. Even if it was not successful, it gave them hope that, hey, I can do something and I can profit off of it. I can take this, the man, you know, of the music industry out of my pockets. So to me, that is helping the black community because a lot of artists are actually able, it's motivation anyway.
As far as for independent artists, Tidal pays more
There you go.
Than any other, more than Spotify, more than iTunes. They pay a higher percentage
Right.
towards the artist.
And so here's the thing, when you're an entertainer and you're trying to use your platform to assist the community, something like that is big. Okay, that's big. It's not going into the communities and doing something. However, with that said, all three people have done things. Now, don't get me wrong, Diddy, he got some stuff with him. We all know that. We all know that. That doesn't mean that everything he does is wrong. Okay, that doesn't mean that he does not help the community ever. But to come at these people, and then he faulted Dr. Dre for about to lose half of his money to his wife. What does that have to do with his impact on the community? He was like, and that white woman about to take half. That's all he could say. What? I'm sorry. How does that, taking half of $1 billion means nothing when you're actually trying to do something or establish something in the community for your people?
So Dr. Dre, instead of putting out Detox, he put out the Compton album, and he used a whole bunch of Kendrick Lamar was on it, but he used a whole bunch of undiscovered artists on there, I believe.
And that's using your platform to help people. That's using your fame, your fortune to assist those that come behind you. That is how they're helping the community. Just because a person is not helping the community the way that you want to, doesn't mean that they're not doing it. And then going to Congress. Baby, I hate to say it, but going to Congress quite often means nothing. And he says Congress will listen to them. Who said that? Who said that Congress was going to listen to any of these people? On one hand, a lot of people say the government is corrupt. But on the other hand, this man is saying, oh, y'all need to go to Congress and speak on our behalf. No. Now, like I said, Diddy got a whole lot with him. But I don't want Diddy going to Congress to speak on my behalf.
Take that.
Exactly. Dre, Jay-Z. I don't want them to go to Congress here's the thing. A lot of black people who know anything about anything, you don't need to go to Congress to do all of that. Okay? What you need to do is set up your system. Set up what you want to do. We have seen that quite often people will go to Congress about different things. Nothing happens. So what are you going to do? You establish your own. And that's what these men are trying to do. Establish certain programs and platforms and different things the best way that they know how. I hate it when people who probably aren't doing anything for their community themselves point the finger and tell everybody else what they should be doing. What are you doing? You're actually bashing 3 successful black men. That's what you're doing. You're showing a divide. So shut up and do something for your community.
Don't shut up. Bring his punk ass
But I'm
here.
saying, if you want to talk about something.
I want his punk ass sitting right
All
over there.
all that energy that he put into bashing 3 successful black men, he should have put into his community. What are you doing to uplift the community? Other than trying to bash these men, claiming that you want them to uplift the community. Well, what are you doing?
Once he dropped the name Trump, I was already knew what it
Right,
was.
and it's like, bruh, are we Candace Owens this thing, or what
Pretty
are we
much,
doing? What we doing here?
That's what it sounds like.
You're bringing up Trump, like, bruh. First of all, today, Trump is a non-factor. We're not talking about him.
Yeah.
We're not talking about. He's not the president now, and what he tried to do. What you claim he tried to do in the black community didn't happen. Period. So we're not talking about him. I don't understand how you go from talking about Jay-Z, Diddy, and Dr. Dre to talking about Trump. Trump ain't got nothing to do with it.
I'm gonna tell you what.
I don't understand how you go from talking. Tell me, because
We have black people in general have this crab in the barrel mentality.
There you go.
And we believe and it goes all the way back to the slave time, but we believe if we pull down another black man and push up a white guy, we believe we're doing the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
If we pull down another black man, it is when you reach the level of success of these gentlemen, it's for you to chase your passion and to be successful. If your passion is not opening a bank,
Mm-hmm.
then by far you don't open a bank. It's for you to chase your passion. If your passion is I want to provide, I do music and I want to do things for artists musically, then you do it and then you become very successful and lucrative at what you do.
Mm-hmm.
So back in the days, Jay-Z, his first venture was the 40-40.
Right.
And I never knew what the 40-40 meant, but it's a baseball. So his passion, so that shows you, alcohol and sports. After that, he started, they did the Rock Nation, they did not the Rock Nation, the Rock Aware, all that other stuff, and his ventures started getting big.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's a sports agency also.
He went into sports. He put his name on the for the Nets to come to Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
He got in when he left that and went to the Barclays Center where they play at.
Yep.
He started Tidal. These are the things that those are his passions. And when you're passionate about something, you excel.
Mm-hmm.
I remember and there's some shit with it. But I remember when we were drinking Grey Goose and Velvet, and these motherfuckers ain't want us to drink.
Yep.
We was niggas to them.
Yep.
So, make your own vodka. We gonna party with some rock.
Grey Goose and Velvet, and these motherfuckers ain't want us to drink.
And he got more now.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, because they've adapted to the system, folks are going to hate on it for it. They found out the way to beat the system and then excelling at it.
But and let's not talk about the fact that Ciroc, okay, people felt like we needed, as a culture, we needed verses, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then he's like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and be a sponsor to make sure that this keep going.
Yeah.
They're not drinking Ciroc just because they want to drink Ciroc, or they putting the plug out there for Diddy. No, Diddy is a sponsor.
He also sponsors Drink Champs. Nori's podcast. He also sponsors the Breakfast Club, which is syndicated. Their live stream is on Rumble.
Right.
We need to hit him up. We can get us a rock bottle up here.
So,
But my thing is,
so when we talk like he hasn't done anything,
right, but no, he bashed stuff in the background. Who's to say it's in the background? Just because, see, here's the thing that people don't understand. Quite often, when you do something positive, they try to silence that. So it may not necessarily been in the background. You just haven't heard about it because people are purposely not allowing that story to spread. That's why people are always saying, well, share this, because you know they're not going to let you know about it. People not going to tell you the nonprofit organizations that these people have donated to or started, or these projects that they're doing. They're not going to tell you that because, yes, these men, quite often Black men, have given to people's education and things like that, but they don't tell you that.
So one of the things, like, I was a big, and I used to have the same mentality this dude had. And then I found out what some of these people do. I remember I wasn't a fan of that. I ain't gonna lie, I thought he sucked. But then I heard he bought his old housing complex in New Orleans, and I think that's when he did the same. And it was given back to the hood. One of the things that when that made me really fuck with T.I. was he went to an old crack house and he made them affordable housing. And it was given back to the hood. There is plenty. As far as Black banks, there's a Black bank called Industrial Bank that I just found out was Black about several years ago. There's Black banks in Atlanta. There's Black banks out there.
Yep.
You know, so it is. The question is your money? Since you're talking about them not being, is your money invested in a Black?
There you go. No.
Not at all.
No.
So before you criticize them for not making a Black bank, are you even invested? Have you found out a Black bank and invested at least
Nah, he
$100?
probably got his bank. He Bank of America like
Bank of America like a mom. You got a debit card, credit card.
And then also, speaking of credit cards and things like that, yeah, you know, that's why I'm saying, like, you pointing the finger at everybody and you telling them what they need to be doing. But the first step you need to make is make sure you check yourself.
Yeah.
I don't know this man from Adam. I'm not saying necessarily that he is definitely not doing anything for his community. But my thing is, how dare you tell another man how he is supposed to? They're not doing things the way that you want them to, but that doesn't mean that they're not doing anything.
Let me tell you who reminds me. I had this employee. And she made the mistake of opening her mouth and not saying nothing. So the comment was made. I don't know what the manager's doing in the office anyway, because this, and people, and I said, ho. And she was telling another employee, let's stop it right there. And I was like, since you don't know what I do, this is what I do. This. Well, y'all aren't compassionate, y'all aren't understanding. I said, let me explain something to you. You want to talk compassion and understanding? She said yes. I said, since you put this out there, let me put this out there. We should have fired you 6 months ago. You have so many absences, and if we didn't have compassion, we would not have kept you. Oh, but I called out because of my kid. No. You called out several times because you ran your car over something, and it was broke. And you called out, and even though you showed us, like, having a picture, by the way, y'all, having a picture in the doctor's note does not excuse you from working in the real world. It only excuses you when you're in, like, high school or middle school.
Wait, a picture?
Yeah, a picture of her running something. Her car was stuck. She ran over something on her bumper.
So what did the doctor's note say?
And well, she had put a doctor's note one time saying that she was sick.
Okay.
And in the real world, people think that, you know, y'all aren't in high school anymore, so that don't mean shit.
Right.
So,
the doctor's note matters when you're taking like LOA. I'm Miss
like
HR.
I had to get some doctor notes before.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you have excessive absences and you have a doctor's note saying that you have a medical condition, that might take effect, you know. But it would have to be, that's the reason why you're taking off so often.
You have to be there.
Other than that, you just take your sick leave. We don't care.
I'd had to use that before too. Yeah.
You just taking it for because I got a headache and I don't want to come to work.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
know
Nah.
this thing.
Your FMLA and your LOA, we care. But
Yeah.
other than that, just
Yeah.
take your sick leave. If you run out of sick leave, then we need to have a conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he reminds me of that because he's that worker that's talking, well, the managers aren't doing this and these guys ain't doing that, but doesn't understand what they actually do.
Mm-hmm.
And he's trying to look in through tinted windows. So
Honestly,
he thinks he knows what's going on. I saw somebody move, so they bullshit.
honestly,
And that's exactly what he's doing. He doesn't understand, like, that you can't, first of all, a broke nigga can't tell me how to spend my money.
Mm-hmm.
If you
Or
live-
my time.
that too.
he
If you live in a shack, you ain't got no money, how the fuck are you going to tell me what I need to buy? You can't even afford what you need to buy. Get yourself out of that situation. And if you choose, and if you make the same amount of money as me and you choose to do something different, that is your choice.
And he quoted Jordan. I thought that was real cute. Everybody knows he's a jerk. You're quoting. You're bringing up Michael Jordan.
Well, the thing was this. The biggest conversation said, well, why did they start a record label?
Who?
The first, he said,
But I'm saying who? Why did they start a record label?
all three of them have record
But
labels.
that's what I'm saying. Who are you talking about? Who are we talking about the same thing?
Why did they have a mega record label?
man,
I thought they did.
honestly, we didn't spend too much time talking about this dumb motherfucker because
You just want to fight him.
I just want to fry him and just have him sit here and
Same
look
thing.
stupid. No, I'm not gonna fight him. Now, if he come at me, then yeah, I had to defend myself, officer. But you know what I'm saying?
You
He
said that too many times in your life.
because I know how to play the game. Goddamn, how you think I ain't got no charges? Shit.
I ain't got no charges.
You sound real comfortable saying that.
Because you got to play the game. That's what I'm saying. But he just spouting bullshit because he wanted to say some dumb shit to go viral, and then he got what he wanted. That's why I'm like, he's talking nonsense. If we bring him in the studio and then dissect that bullshit he said,
He probably would have to.
I mean,
I go to
we can
Texas
zoom.
often.
I ain't been to Texas in a while. And
I
it's
go
only a 3-hour
often.
flight, dog. I ain't even
Man.
tripping. It's only 22-hour
What
road
part
trip.
of Texas he in?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We ain't come out there.
I done drove to Houston before. Ain't no
Oh,
problem.
I'm not
What?
I done drove to Houston. It's only 22-hour
I'm
ride.
not
That
driving.
must have been some good pussy you was getting.
I was taking my girl to go down here. Yeah, that shit was good.
Wait,
But-
you had her with you? Y'all was driving together?
She was she had a new job down in Texas. She was
She was
moving. Yeah,
Okay,
they
that makes
moved all
sense.
their stuff.
That's
She
the
had to
only
take
way
her
I'm gonna drive to Texas.
Yeah.
Is I'm moving.
Well, I mean, we didn't do it. We didn't do it straight. We did it. We just took 3 days. We stopped. I left work.
Damn.
We left work about.
3
I left my
days.
job at because we stopped in. We left my job, but we left there like 7:00. I got the.
Wait, your job that we worked at
Yeah,
together?
yeah, we
Oh,
left-
no.
February.
Yeah, I was trying to graze
Yeah, I
over
know.
that.
I just want to
Yeah.
make sure what you're
Yeah,
talking
so we
about.
left there, got to Georgia about 2:00 in the morning, got to the hotel, slept, got up at like 10, drove from Georgia to 2 hours out. Yeah, 2 hours outside of Texas that whole day. Stopped there like 10:00 at night at the hotel right outside of Texas, then drove to Houston, after that. So I tell people all the time, this country is a fucked up country, but it's a beautiful country. If you get a chance, you should drive, man, and
I've
explore this
driven
country.
a lot of places, but I'm over that now.
I'm trying to get to the Grand Canyon, man.
Okay, you can fly though.
I know. I mean, I was supposed to go out before the pandemic hit.
Mhm.
I was supposed to go to Arizona for a week too when the Washington football team played
I
Arizona.
got a friend there.
Yeah, I do too. I got a couple of friends there, and I was
You stuttering.
Right.
I got-
real bad, real tough.
we talked. She told me if I come out there, I can basically get the cheeks. So I'm
I
getting
got
the cheeks.
friends and
What's her name?
family. out
Somebody
there.
don't answer that.
I ain't gonna answer that.
I got a couple friends, some family.
Yeah, I
out
got my
there.
boy. He doing security out there. I got a couple of Facebook friends that I'm real cool with that
Have you
live
ever
out there.
met them?
Nah, but they actually they Spanish, of course. And I
Of
never
course,
had
some of you.
what's those things?
And it's not Spanish, they're Latino.
Well, whatever.
We gotta be right, you
What's
gotta be right.
those things that they not tortilla? What the fuck is it?
Enchilada, taco, empanada. What are you talking about?
Yeah, something on those lines. That they cook them all. They had a day where they cook them all and it's like not tortilla. What the fuck is it? Tamale.
Oh, okay.
So I told them I never had a tamale.
What?
They actually shipped a cooler full of tamales over to me.
That's what's up.
But I didn't have a proper pot to cook them, and I don't think I got the full effect. I don't think when I I ruined the whole batch. So he told me when I come out there, they're gonna cook them for me proper and
Oh,
shit.
okay.
I never had a tamale. I mean, it was.
Tamales are amazing. I love.
See, I didn't cook. I didn't have a proper pot to cook them right.
Did they send you an ass flavored one?
I don't think so.
What about
Finger.
Just the best with
You
you.
a whole time.
But yeah, man, I got some peeps out there, Arizona. I heard it's nice. It's hot, but it's not humid. Just like Texas. Well, Houston. When I was going, it's hot, but it's not humid. You can do the 100 degrees down there.
I think at some point maybe we should go on a tour.
Tour where?
Tour.
a tour?
A tour.
Set up
A
shop.
tour where we don't know yet.
Oh, I mean, unless you had a plan and shit like that. Yeah, you know, like Lorraine Cabbage tour or some shit.
No, not a tour like that, but a tour like us touring. You know, when you go on a tour, you know, we do kind of touch into the music industry, you know, so and you know that kind of tour. What do you say?
I know. We actually got some stuff we working on now, you know, comedy tours and such.
Okay, well, so you understand. I don't know why you thought we were going
because I mean, you just came out of nowhere with a tour and shit. I'm like, what?
You just said we should drive. People should drive and see the beautiful country.
That was the travel. I didn't think I would. I didn't link it together. Man, I got this to kill him. My brain ain't linking it quick enough. All right.
Right, clearly.
You know.
CP3. I just want to let you know. I want to point something out. He was like, when she said tour, he said, well, that was the travel. The tour is the travel.
That's what I'm saying. My brain ain't connecting right. This tequila fucking.
And I was doubting myself for a second. Like, am I not?
You know what you sound like, right?
Information?
You know what you sound like, right?
Who that is?
Charleston White.
Talking in circles, contradicting yourself.
See what y'all done did? Y'all done got me sounding like a fucking fool. It's this motherfucker 100% agave.
So let me put something that's gonna make everybody laugh. So if you can look, I had put this. This was the meme of the week. So I had this up, and it's a little boy and it says, Mom, can you stop dressing me like the dude that left you 2 years ago? I just want to go outside and play.
That's CP3 kid.
My son would not be wearing no damn skinny jeans. I will beat him and his mom ass.
Yeah, but she got him looking like a real hot ass girl.
Yeah.
Like,
a hot boy.
If I ever seen my son, if I had a son, wearing some
kids,
I had to put that precursor out there because y'all be like, you admitting it. No, I don't have no kids. But if I had...
Are we going to do our disclaimer today?
Oh, the phone lines is back open, by the way.
Here we go.
So any female from Capitol Heights.
I feel like I'm being victim blamed here.
The whole East Coast. Let's just say the whole East Coast. And
some Midwest.
And some in Cali.
And some Midwest.
Oh, Midwest, you done hit that up?
Yeah, I ain't hit the Cali yet. But
you hit somebody in
Midwest.
Toronto, didn't you?
Look at his face.
Was it Toronto?
Jeez. We got
I think,
different
yeah.
countries. We got
Well,
different countries and stuff, too.
well, I didn't go to Canada. I was just at the border at Buffalo, right there where the Canada.
Oh, so you was starting there at
she
the border.
crossed. Yeah, she crossed the border. She was.
You was starting there at the border.
I'm just saying. If you've been to Buffalo and you've been by Niagara Falls, you know that Days Inn right there on the corner.
Yo, just give us a call. 324-6110.
Call me now.
Call us.
I'm just
If
saying.
you got a child that has braids or a bald head and bad feet and loves Budweisers and tank tops.
Gotta have flat feet. Ain't got no flat feet. He ain't mine.
Whatever. And he fascinated with Tahoe. He can't even drink
And
it.
then if you have a pro-black militant dude that likes white women.
Yeah, I can't even be mad in that. Yeah, he mine. I can't even. Yeah, if he chinky eyed and he got those traits, yeah, I'm like, just let me get the social. Fuck it.
And be turning up his little bottle. Guzzling that joint. Like, what is this baby doing?
Got a 40 of milk.
If you got a 16-year-old that's picking his BB gun like he's in love with it.
Mm-hmm.
We doing the blindfolded, yeah, he mine.
It's like, oh yeah.
Taking that joint on the metro.
I told you it's not my fault, it's your mama's. She kept you away from me.
Do you name your gun?
Nah, I just called it 45 and 40. I haven't really. I never named my cars either. Well, I did name my caddy my bitch, but that was it. Well, I'm just, Cause she used to give me the ladies. It was my bitch. She was like, you know, the bisexual chick that bring the girls. So.
You doing too much.
I'm just saying, you.
Your car was a bisexual female.
Yeah.
Why bisexual?
Cause she got me for the pussy.
Why can't she just be a lesbian?
Lesbians don't take dick.
But your car did? Tell us some more about your relationship with your car.
You know how much hair I got in my car?
You know, I'm about to play some video.
I'm picturing CP3 raping his Cadillac. Like, that's disturbing.
No, I was in the car getting, you know, I was having a lot of.
So you called your car your bitch.
Yeah.
So did you feel like when you were in the car fucking a girl, was it a threesome?
That leather was soft, baby.
Was it a threesome or a train?
It was a threesome, dog. I told you I don't do trains, man. Threesome. My
What?
bitch was clean. If you knew my bitch when I had my bitch was clean.
And you just gonna keep going.
Hey,
So
when I got a bitch, I got it.
I'm about to say,
I was watching the
This is
Mac.
so disturbing.
I was watching the Mac last
We
night.
can
Leave me
tell.
alone.
We can tell. I
go into
feel
the video.
I need a taser. Okay?
Stab yourself.
Every time you say something bad, I just shock them.
Do it again.
You might like it.
I
He
had
was
a,
like, ooh, tingling.
I had a 3 million volt taser. There's nothing like watching a grown man piss himself with a 3 million volt taser. You will
How
piss
would you
yourself.
know?
Huh?
Huh?
I
How
did
would you know?
security.
And what does that mean?
Sometimes a nigga got a hand, just tase a nigga just to get in the fuck of the club.
So,
Is that what you do?
Allegedly, it happened a few times.
here
I
we
just
go.
happened to be at work. I'm not
So,
saying I was the one that
I got
did it.
two. See, I got two new videos.
All right.
I got New Money Champ. He's the one that I think we interviewed him. He did the Cha Cha joint. It actually was a little popular song, but it's a completely different video for that. But he got another video. He just released his mixtape, 4-piece and fries. And then I got Honey Stacks.
Hold on,
You
hold
should
on,
like
hold on,
that.
hold on, hold on, hold on.
4-piece and fries.
4-piece and fries.
Yeah.
What you about to say? Cause don't fake like you ain't.
Like that
That joint
reminds
ain't
me
make
of
you
chicken
hungry.
noodle soup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But chicken noodle soup, that ain't something that you was gonna really eat. You won't eat a 4-piece and fries.
I'll eat one.
You
I ain't
cannot
gonna
fake
wrap
to
it.
us because we already know you.
I had a 4-piece last night.
See?
I'm just saying.
How would 4-piece and fries would remind you of chicken noodle soup?
Because it got chicken in it.
Just that I'm afraid to hear the song.
No, it's not that type of song. Not that type of music.
I just the
You
title
have-
threw me off.
No, that title has nothing to do with chicken noodle soup.
No, I'm just saying, just hearing the title reminded me of the.
When
chicken
I heard the title, I thought CP3. So I don't understand how
See, why-
CP3
When I
is.
get linked with chick,
When
when
I
I get linked with
it
chicken.
reminded me of Ludacris. Chicken
When-
and beer.
Right,
I mean,
but when I
the
heard it,
album
I
is
was
different
like,
from
CP3 usually
That's
has
the name
stuff
of
like
that
that in
album.
his bag.
Yeah.
So he gotta like it.
CP3, that's the name of that album. Is called 4-piece and fries.
Okay, I misheard you. I'm sorry. I
You
just
know
had
what?
I had a flashback.
I thought you would.
I told you,
be-
man,
I
this
mean,
shit ain't right, man.
Somebody
You
can just
can't
make it some water.
No, I'm good. I got the
Look,
Stella,
he don't
baby.
even want water.
I don't want none. I'm
Have
good.
you ever seen him drink water for real?
Yeah, I do drink
Like I
water.
seen you with a water bottle, but I don't remember you.
I got a water
drinking
bottle.
the
I got
water.
2 water bottles in
I
my
just
bag
said
right
I
now.
seen you with water
Look,
bottles.
I'm guilty by association.
When
It
you
means I
gon-
must drink it.
When you gonna drink the water?
I drink water all the time.
I ain't seen you.
You know, I don't think
That's
I've
because
seen
you get
drink
here after the
water.
bottle already started.
No.
I don't think I've seen you drink water.
You have seen me drink water because you had some in the refrigerator that I was
But
shocked
we
you had in the
see you
refrigerator.
Wow, we seen you get it, but I don't recall you drinking it.
Man, I drink water all the time. High quality H2O, baby.
Uh-huh.
Got to keep my kidneys flowing right. Because I learned from my dad, who was 6'5" and 350 pounds, that the only thing that make a grown man cry is a kidney stone.
Okay.
And trying to pass on them motherfuckers. I don't want no parts of that, so I drink water.
So you drink water out of fear.
Yes.
You
And
ain't
the,
that
well,
scared
in the
because I ain't
summertime,
seen you drink it.
well, in the summertime, I work up a thirst, so I drink more water in the
What you
summertime.
be doing?
When I was working unloading trailers and stuff,
Uh-huh.
you know,
All right, I'm going to
robbing a nigga.
You
You did
You some shit.
Terrible. Incriminating yourself. Incriminating yourself.
That nigga don't know it was me. It's Ray.
Our mic's off now.
Yeah.
Please,
Nah,
Lord
it's
Jesus.
still over. This ain't Ray.
I was talking about on this feed because your feed you didn't already incriminate yourself. They pull up your stuff, they're gonna be like, "Oh my god."
They gotta prove it.
I need to bring him one of these.
That shit
That's
is right.
being broke, man.
I thought he was getting some water. Clearly.
This is my water.
That's why he was waiting for the video.
To balance that shit out, that shit right there. Good God. That's some shit right there, make you want to pot.
Well, I'll be drinking in like 2 weeks.
I just remember last week you was like,
Oh yeah, that's good. Oh.
You be having some moments, man.
That shit, that's why I love coming on here. I just be like,
And that's why sometimes I'm glad, like it frustrates me when you're talking to the mic, but sometimes I'm glad that you be far away from the mic and your mic be flipped up and stuff because when he smelled it, you was talking, he said, woo!
that just smacked me in the face. Like, I ain't no bitch. Welcome to the turn
I
down.
told you that day, we had a guest and he said, oh no. It's good. He said, oh no, I'm stuck.
I remember that joint. That joint just hit me like, oh shit.
The whole crap of help.
yo, what was the video to
Yeah.
the one?
Oh yeah.
Shit. I mixed it.
I was like,
He was like, I'm gonna try this out.
yeah.
No, I'm talking about the time he was smoking and he mixed 2 straight and he was drinking.
I think he was stuck.
He hit that joint and said, oh shit.
No, the last time when the start on this, no, you was so stuck, and then you was just like, I gotta go.
And it's been times he run full speed to the bathroom. I'm like, okay.
I gotta go. Hold up.
See, I'm glad I'm not like that. And you sitting there, I'm sitting here. Because I'm gonna run off like that. Like, if he was sitting here, what he gonna do?
Everybody tripped over the
You
joint.
gonna knock every fucking
knock
thing.
Everybody would have fell and pissed on myself. I was like, ah, fuck.
My dumb ass like, get your camera.
It's your fault.
This nigga be getting shot.
Oh, man.
Oh, see, I remember my girl Shawnee.
Yeah,
I ordered some stuff from her.
we need to have her back.
I know. I ain't gonna tell y'all right now what I ordered. Remember Shawnee though, right? She had the CBD lead.
I remember.
Sex shit, somebody.
Need to bring a model with her next time.
So what? So she can demonstrate on the mob?
I get some more rating.
I'm running my shit like big boss. Next ain't on like Rick Ross. On TikTok, lip lock, bad twins on my big cock. I don't fuck around, fish like. She never wants another big boss. A bad little bitch that she want this. She crack like fangs, trying to hook up, man. I bought like I clean my last one. I be rockin' Supreme, my dog that looks like Houston. One stroke, she said play on her strings. I ain't doing no acoustic. Baltimore nigga, I'm riding with foes. You can hear the birds beating. Big boss, yeah, the bitches is booming. Tell baby mama, yeah, too juicy. Bald head, she be tipping the boots in the roof. Yeah, I can cook with the boots. That's the boo. I go hard in the coochie, she eliminated. Chewy and gooey, I'm looking for Louis. Little mama, I told you, get in your bed. She infinity, I came out of style. Snapping fuck, she was on that mouth. Very baby,
That's why we put them in the name of the stuff so they can get started with the stuff.
I always delete it. I delete all my YouTube and delete all of that. Good for it.
I told little mama, I'm big bad.
Why you had somebody name on it on yours?
I always put the
The gas.
pray more set. I delete it when they don't show up, bro.
So I don't change that shit inside of the show.
Yeah, ain't no big deal. Ain't nothing but the delete button.
She never wants my big boss. Lickety flick.
funny guy.
This is type of yeah.
My pussy till morning, y'all niggas like bees, you're swarming, like my kid's born. Need you to smack on his ass, thumbs in my face in the glass.
Yeah.
Or you could just buy me your bitch, just look at the side of my lips. I ain't a boss, pussy looks tighter than balls. My trip is in love with
I
my
need that
claws.
shit in my life.
You don't want to talk to me. I'm a queen, pussy and head game me. Wanted to touch my spleen, you know what I mean? I want to sit on your face, give your taste buds like a taste. Get in the break, so on that pace I'm a chase. I am the boss in this place, get your girl set, spitting some heat on this track. All I really do is eat that.
Like she trying to get married.
Big boss, I'm running my shit like a big boss. Looking as fat as in Rick Ross. Nigga, my pretty nigga don't stop. Yeah, lip lock. Two bad niggas named Big Cock. I don't fuck around, nigga, take shots. He ain't never once with a big boss. Get my money, get my things. Get my business thing, focus. Big boss, the queen, stacks.
Yeah, now you want to marry.
You right.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, that was shout out. The last video was Big Boss. That was Honey Stacks from the Rap Beat. We gotta redo an interview because it didn't come out the way I wanted it to.
Yeah, I remember you said.
But
Let's
I've
get
been
her
in
in
contact with
studio.
her and her manager. They're supposed to actually meet me in Miami. We're gonna take some pictures and
Yeah, his feelings. He want to be there.
So when that Miami trip again, dog?
July
20. I'm gonna leave probably Thursday, so it's like from the 24th to the 27th.
And I'm gonna be down that way the week before.
Oh, so both of y'all motherfuckers gonna be in Miami? See y'all.
No, I'm gonna be a little further north.
But you gonna be down south though.
Yeah, but my daughter's moving down.
Y'all see how they be leaving her brother? See, shit ain't even right.
What you want me to do? Not move my daughter down? Leave her
I ain't
hanging?
say all that.
I mean,
Oh,
dog,
okay.
you know the 4th of July is coming up.
Yeah,
Oh, shit, you gonna be working.
Yeah,
So I was about to tell you, I'm about to take another 4 days off for the 4th of July.
these deals be, that's when the
I
holidays,
guess I was about to say, you go back down 757, nigga.
I know, man. My folks been calling me
And
asking
see,
when we
I
coming
might
back.
go the week before, but I was thinking about pushing it back to the 4th of July weekend.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
because my birthday is the weekend before.
Really?
So if I push it back, and I have a friend whose birthday is on the 1st, so that's 4th of July
He
weekend.
sounded so.
He sounds.
He look kind of mad.
He's mad.
Yeah.
You mad
I'm about to fade to black on my feed real quick.
So
add some words.
We all gonna have words. Well, because we like to travel.
I like to travel too.
Well, travel then.
I can't. I work. Gotta sell cars. Holidays is big time.
All right.
I was in there today selling cars. I was in there yesterday selling cars.
What you want us to do?
I don't know, man.
Especially when we say 757, he's real mad.
Because that's my home, man. That's my home away from home.
That's my home. I lived down there for years.
I did too, every weekend.
No. I actually.
No. Every weekend I was down there,
No.
motherfucker.
I actually lived
No,
there.
every weekend I was down
That
there.
doesn't mean that you
It's the
live.
same.
No.
You was just there for 7 days. I was just there for 3. Our weeks was different because our weeks was just different. That's all. Yeah, man. It's nothing like the 7. I used to love just waking up and like no matter where I was in Chesapeake, but you can still get up, go outside, and feel that breeze off the ocean and just smell the
Well, it
ocean.
depends on what part of Chesapeake you in.
I was in the good part of Chesapeake.
Oh,
okay.
So,
Now we went around Norfolk State. That's a whole.
don't do
different...
that because I went there. Don't do that. That is my school.
You could look.
That's my HBCU.
All right, and then you know.
And I lived on the better side of the
Okay, I'm
campus.
talking about the side that wasn't the better
You was
side.
on the side with the
It ain't my
towers
fault.
was.
It ain't my fault. My brother got 3 baby mothers in the same 2 mile radius.
Damn.
Right. Remember he said something about the school. He was like, "It's a school right there." No, that was a high school.
No, I was talking about Norfolk State.
No, but on the one side.
I ain't
like,
going
on
that
the
side.
with his-
No,
the other
no.
school, I was like, no, that's
no. I was in my
that's the high
20s, but I wasn't that dude. I was on the other side of the street.
So real quick. So Wednesday is a special day to me. That's my birthday.
All right. Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
And I'm trying to
June
link up.
babies.
I'm trying to link up with Renegade. So I'm trying to go to Top Golf. I'm trying to get. I was gonna get 2 days, but then I saw the price of 2 days, and I was like, no. So I'm gonna try to get one day, and then
What time?
it's probably gonna be like 6.
Yeah, 'cause I don't get off till 8.
So yeah,
You,
probably.
that mean you can still slide through.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, we just gonna get it fucked up.
We like that.
Then I gotta be there. I'm gonna come.
That don't mean that you have to. You can come through,
If it's his birthday,
but you can't get but so messed up if you
Yeah.
got to go to work the next day. I'm just being real.
And then I'm also thinking about
I'll be to work at 8:45.
It's his birthday, so just make sure that he
Everybody's birthday.
got his stuff that he needs.
I
Okay.
mean, I want to formally invite y'all out. You know, when I do it, and then also I know you work on Saturday. I'm probably gonna hit Chevy for that bottomless mimosa brunch in the morning.
I love Chevy's. I was upset when Brandy Ron closed.
Yeah, I went to the one in Pentagon City.
Yeah.
And they got brunch and bottomless mimosa.
And this is on Saturday?
Yeah.
I
Seen
love
pictures and
brunch.
everything. He had pictures and everything.
I know. I saw he had put pictures
I
on.
was at work.
Well, what you want us to do?
I don't know, man.
You be mad because we like do stuff.
I know, and I wish I could too, but my job, my new career won't allow me to.
You could do stuff, just not. You could do it on a different day.
My day off is Tuesday.
Sometimes,
You know,
but sometimes
you
you
know,
be off on
you know,
Sundays. That's the best brunch
sometimes-
days.
Yeah, but-
Sundays are the best days for brunch.
Yeah, we might gotta do it.
See, there you
But
go.
next Sunday we supposed to be going to Rwanda.
Yeah. But that's
Yeah.
only until 7:00, so we can actually hit a brunch early in that morning.
See? You see how that works?
So I tell you what. So here's the idea.
Yeah.
You got a good point. So instead of me going to brunch on Saturday, we all meet up and we can go to brunch on Sunday.
That fine with you?
Who driving? The rolling up. If we all go to brunch with bottles of most, we need to get a designated driver at this point before we go any further.
So we get the Chevy's out Pentagon City.
Yeah, I love Chevy's.
So
Cause I'm a
I've never been to
fan.
Chevy.
What?
I don't really. The
I
only
ain't
time
been
I'm
Chevy's for happy hour. Happy hour was lit.
Chevy's for any time is lit.
see, I've only done brunch when like I do take with my mom
But
or
it ain't
Mother's Day
even
and stuff
about
like
just
that.
brunch.
I've never been.
Chevy's, you can go. That's a restaurant. They open.
I don't
Yeah.
really go out.
Clearly,
Yeah, we see.
but it's tacos and tequila.
Remember, I was alert. I wasn't
Alert.
messing
You was
with
about to, you was about to lie.
I haven't been messing with tequila until I started hanging with y'all. I was allergic to it. I was out of fear. That shit what it did to me the first
That's not an
time.
allergy.
See, at the bar, we help you overcome your fear.
Right.
Yeah, now I'm a
That's not an
fucking
allergy though.
now I'm a fucking agave alcoholic and shit.
Yes.
Yes.
We're happy because
So-
tequila is amazing.
So here's an interesting question. I got this from a black single group on Facebook, and I actually put it in at the bar. It said, should a DNA test be mandatory before a man is put on child support?
I've seen these.
A lot of people had opinion of this.
I'm not going
A
to.
couple women said no. One woman said no.
I'm not going to say mandatory. If the man thinks that it couldn't be his, then I think yeah, it should be able to say that yeah, without having the man have to pay for it.
Well, no, without him having to pay
Yeah,
for the test.
because if it comes up that it's positive his, then he ends up having to pay for it.
Yeah.
I mean, you should know because there's a lot of things that's going on around here. A lot of folks doing things, social media, Tinder, all this other stuff. The easy way to slide in somebody's inbox.
Tinder
So,
ain't got nothing to do with this. Is an age-old issue.
I'm just saying now it's much more easier to get out there and do stuff than it was previously with the all the social media apps and all of that stuff. So I wouldn't say mandatory, but I think it should be a prerequisite before you go on child support.
That's just a fancy way of saying mandatory.
Nigga, I'm trying to use my big words, man. I've been reading.
You've been reading.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm trying to expand my,
Read the
vocabulary.
my vocabulary and my
He was
selling
like trying
ability.
to explain my, I said
No, I was about to say
vocabulary.
that my selling points also. I'm learning other books to learn how to relate to people better to enhance my selling.
So you can speak English.
I only wish
I speak bad English.
So any female that wants to call in that has an opinion about this, definitely can call in.
Yeah.
Not because you my baby mama.
Yeah, but please, if you are his baby mama,
Call in immediately. We'll put you right through and skip this question.
You need to make six figures before you call.
if you're ready to tell your story, let us know.
Surviving CP.
They love it.
So how do you feel about this lady?
I feel like if you are taking things to the court, because I'm gonna say I am a mom, and but at the same time, you know, that used to be my thing. I went to school for criminal justice and psychology. I wanted to be a lawyer, so obviously, when it comes to court mandates and things like that, I do still have an interest for that. If you bring it to court, it should be something that is there. If and right now the way it is, most states, if the mother wants to take the father for child support and there is a question of paternity, in most states you have to get that done in order to actually put the order in for child support.
Okay.
So most states it is. However, it's not a mandatory thing. When you say mandatory, that means she puts you up for child support, bam, automatically you'll get a DNA test. So that's what mandatory would be. Right now, it's most of the time it's a request. If you don't feel like you're the father, by all means, especially if you're married. If you're married, most people don't, bring up a question of paternity, because it's already assumed by the state that is your child. So if you're married and your wife steps out on you, she stepped out on you, and you're married, you're going to have to actually get your name off of the birth certificate because you're already going to be on it. So to put that on child support, that will open up the door for a lot of other things. But I do feel like it's not cost effective for that to be mandatory each time, because there are some men who are like, I know this is my kid. But when you're bringing things to the court, I feel like that definitely comes into play. I really do.
I have a bigger question.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it sad that we even have to have this discussion?
It's sad, however, it's the reality.
It's a reality.
It's a reality. But when did we get here? To the fact that we to this stage right now.
Well, let me be real with you. Mm-hmm. We got here way before we had Maury and things like that. Mm-hmm. There are a lot of men who don't want to be on child support, period. Okay. And those are the men most of the time that'll say that baby ain't even mine.
Well, I'm speaking to the fact of where we don't care more, even though it's financially whatever, but you brought that child did not ask to be born.
Correct.
You brought that child into the world, but because you're not with mom or / dad, you feel like you're not supposed to be responsible for that child that you helped bring into the world. When did the lack of responsibility become rampant?
At the same time, on the other end, you got men that are being held to
definitely. I know a couple
for this child
that's not even his. I know a couple of guys that got caught in that trap.
So let me interject. I want to respond to you.
Go ahead.
So, God bless my stepmom. She passed away recently. I got brothers and sisters on my father's side. I remember my stepmom called me and said, I'm thinking about putting your father on child. What do you think I should do? I was like, go right ahead.
If he ain't doing it.
I was like, because he didn't pay nothing for me and my brother.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I love my father.
Mm-hmm.
We got a great relationship. But at the same time, keep in mind, while he was living good in New York, we was on free cheese and food stamps in Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
One of the reasons my brother went to go hustle and got into the drug game is because we were poor. We lived in subsidized housing. My mom was a daycare provider. We weren't getting Jordans.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't getting the new clothes at the beginning of the school year.
Mm-hmm.
We did get money from our grandmother in New York. And had he been more involved, our lives would have been different. My brother would have probably played football, got an NFL contract. He was top tier and top 10 elite. Like, he could have went somewhere. But the burden of being poor sidetracked him from his dream.
Right. Mm-hmm. Which happens way too often.
Back in the days before everybody was, ooh, I I got an EBT card. That's a black card.
Mhm.
When you had to go in the store
With your little actual
with your
stamps.
food stamps,
With your actual stamps.
and you had to wait for your friends to leave because you get teased.
Yeah, now it's cute.
Now it's cute. I ain't got niggas hustling EBT cards up here.
Right.
Hey man, look,
You got people
I
asking, who
ain't
got
never,
an EBT
I ain't never
card?
clown. I ain't never clown nobody that took food stamps EBT, but I damn sure love my EBT card. I ain't going
There
to
you
So,
go.
so
And the pandemic gave out the kids. It
Yeah.
gave it to the kids.
I remember you
but
told
you
me.
know, this
Let
is
me
back
get 2 large pizzas right now.
but this was back on the early 80s.
Right.
Well, late 80s, either or. Nigga, we was poor.
It was a whole different.
A whole different.
And it was a whole different
situation.
mentality and a whole different time. And like I said, had he been more involved, I mean, we saw when we went to New York, we chilled and stuff, but it wasn't like we was getting extra cash, you know. From
Yeah.
food stamps. That was my grandmother's stuff.
Yeah.
You
Doing
know,
what she could, which is not even her responsibility.
exactly.
It's not the grandmother's responsibility, nothing. It's the two parents. And far too often it is lopsided.
It's sad.
I believe, me personally, I believe in child support when it is supposed to be, like court order child support when it's needed. Here in Maryland, it's called Child Support Enforcement, CSE. And I feel like it should be used when it is needed to be enforced. If he is not paying you anything, not assisting, then you go to child support. Now, if this man is giving you money and assisting you, and you go to child support just because you mad, that's the whole problem. I don't like
It
that.
is, and I can backfire. So,
Oh, it
Yeah,
had-
'cause
I
they'll
know
give
several
you less.
folks. Yeah,
Because I'm
exactly.
They'll give you less.
And I
I,
laugh
wanna
at
be,
them.
I can't say no names, so I'll say one of my relatives
That shit was hilarious.
was taking the child support,
Mhm.
and then when the judge saw how much he actually paid and all the stuff he was doing, she wound up getting less.
Yep, that's what happens.
He's like, oh no, he overpaid.
That's what happens.
That's why I say it's sad that folks will put monetary value on a child's life, and
Yeah.
that's why I say, when do we get here? I mean, granted, I don't have kids.
That we
I
know of.
That we know of.
Go ahead.
I forgot to disclaim. But I have nieces and nephews that I love, and I do what I can to help. When I can, and it's like, when did men/women feel like it's not their responsibility to even not even pay for, participate in their child's life? I'm like, these are your seeds. This is what you laid down and made, but you don't want to be a part of their lives, and even not even, like I said, not even financially, just go to the park, go do stuff with them, and be a dad or be a mom. I don't understand that shit.
But here's the crazy thing is, there are tons of stories of fathers who have children and they know that they're their child and don't do shit.
Right. Or you got the people that halfway do it.
Yeah.
You got some people that give money but don't spend time,
Yeah.
or spend time and don't give money. That's a problem.
I would rather you spend time and not be. I'm not saying you. I mean, if you have the funds and you're not doing it, then that's one thing. But if you don't have it, but you're at least spending time and being in that child's life, I feel like that's more valuable.
Well, just
Then
like
I mean, the
151
financial
said.
assistance is cool.
151 just said he would spend time with his father, but didn't get the funds.
True.
And that had a big effect on his brother. So at the same time, it takes way more to be a parent.
Oh, see that beautiful statement. We
Oh.
we don't have parents anymore. We have
No.
people with kids.
We got baby daddies and baby mamas.
Yeah,
We
that
don't have
and
parents.
that's. I'm glad you said that.
'Cause
That
you
is.
need to co-parent. It involves time. It involves instilling things into your children, and it unfortunately it does. It's a reality. It involves finances. If in fact, you got one parent over here, especially if the time is not equal, and you got these weekend or every other weekend situations, and you're not forking up anything. Come on now, that ain't right.
It ain't.
That ain't right.
And
Because
it
what
is.
if that child is in need? Like you said, so many kids are in situations where the mom is on food stamps. The daddy is just doing him, living comfortable, living more than comfortable, and flossing. But the kids, when they at the primary home, You know, the primary
Struggling.
caregiver is home. It's a
Struggling.
whole different ballgame.
And
And the
that's-
father thinks, oh, you know, I'm doing better than the mom. That's not cute.
Yeah. I mean, in my situation, like I said, I don't mind telling personal stories.
Right.
So the thing is, we never look at how it affects other people. So because my brother's dream got deferred, so did mine.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of going the way to college like I really wanted to, now I'm helping my mother with my sister and my nephew.
Yep. Yep.
You know, now I'm trying to be a father figure to them and I'm the second child.
Mm-hmm. And
And,
that's not a child's responsibility. That's
You
where the
know.
messed up part is.
And then on top of that, on top of graduating, I lose my grandmother. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I could have been, my dream was to go back to New York. I could have made it in rap
Mm-hmm. Or
So now-
producing
yeah.
or whatever.
or whatever. But two dreams, because of one action, two dreams are now killed.
And people don't understand how these things affect children. And real talk, without knowing the background part of it, like the child support, you know, kids still see certain things.
Yeah, you feel what?
You see, okay, well, mom is struggling, but dad balling.
Yeah.
Why? Kids, they may not know the dynamics, but they know something off.
They know something off. They know if I'm going to dad's house and he's picking me up in a fancy car,
And got fresh clothes on.
and then when I go to mom's house and she has to come get me on the bus or send a cab for me, it's something different.
Why dad in fresh clothes, but I'm not.
I don't even know.
I'm not in fresh clothes.
So
I don't have everything that I need, but dad is living large. That's not cool.
and for years I had a bad relationship until I repaired it, but I had a bad relationship with my father for
Mhm.
years. I would go to New York and wouldn't talk.
Yeah.
Or you know how you would find out I was in New York? I'd be like, hey, I'm in New York.
Mhm.
You coming to see me? No.
And people don't.
Or I would go by my
understand that.
grandmother's house.
And real talk, a lot of people think that, you know, it's the mom that was bashing the dad or you
No.
know, whatever. A lot of times it's not.
It wasn't. My mom never bashed my father.
There you
She
go.
never. She never.
But once you get to a certain age, you see.
Yeah, you feel different. Right.
And I mean, there are a lot of men out here. I mean, I grew up, you know, surrounded by males in my life, and I will say that there are some mothers that they receive it, they don't spend it on the child. That's
That's
always
true.
the
That
thing.
happens.
But at the same time, most of the time, that's not the case. I'm gonna be real with you. I know a lot of women out here that are receiving child support, and I actually don't know anybody who's doing that. I personally do not. I've heard of it.
I ain't gonna say I know directly, but yeah. I
But
know
what's funny is that my own personal experience, I was accused of that one time. And I'm like, the stuff that the claim was that I was spending child support money on certain activities that I was doing. I'm sorry, but child support most of the time ain't a lot. It ain't a lot. So child support is not going to get me on trips out of the country. Child support is not going to be. No, child support ain't going to give me front row seats to anything, box seats to anything, season tickets to anything. You know, a bunch of concerts and things like that. That child support is not going to give me that.
Most of that is just hate because they having to give up financially because they're not putting in the time emotionally.
I didn't say who said the claims, but all right.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it, because my you know, I have a family member that's going through the same thing for, you know, child support. The father, well, the sperm donor isn't nowhere around. He doesn't contribute financially, and then when he finally does get money, he complains, you know, that they take the child support out, and then has the audacity to ask to claim the child during tax time when he's never the fuck around. And like I said, I've been wanting to beat this motherfucker
And
ass for the longest time,
It's
but they
clear
won't
on
let
your
me.
taxes.
Yeah.
Do you provide more than 50% for this child?
This motherfucker don't barely provides 50 cents.
That's what I'm saying now.
But this motherfucker try to do that and
Man,
try to
really
go.
aggressive with this one. This motherfucker is.
Because
Motherfucker
I've been wanting to beat his ass for a while. And
Oh
they
my
would
God,
not let
here
me
we
beat
go.
it. It took 6 people to hold me back from beating his ass one time. They would not let me beat his ass. And I'm trying to be cool.
But one of them 6 people should have gut checked you, like on the slide, like boop, to make you fall down.
Nah, they had to tackle me. Because I was about to beat. I was going to really fuck him up.
Attack him?
They had to tackle me. I was about to beat his ass and
But
within
you
it.
expect us to believe that story with the Philly fans.
Because-
But go ahead.
Because I saw the
They
post.
didn't choose violence that day.
I didn't want no charges. I had just beat a case
But
and I
you
wasn't
wanted-
trying to go
First
back
of
to
all,
no
we gonna go
bullshit.
back to you beating cases. But you didn't want to catch no charge then, but you wanted to catch a charge another time. Got you. All right.
Because it depends
What
on
year
what
was
my
this?
situation is.
Yeah, what year was this?
This was. Shit.
2009,
This might have been around what?
2010.
I think it was after my dad passed, so I think it was around maybe
Oh, so you
2007.
weren't redeemed. Okay, got you.
No, I told you I did I did not swing. I did not land a punch in that whole exchange.
Okay. We didn't ask if you landed a punch. It was the intent.
But look,
You
there was
didn't
no.
go
I
by
committed no violence that
It
day.
was
You
the
didn't go by
intent.
nobody?
The only reason why you did not commit violence per your story
Hey, look.
was that you had 6 people that tackled you.
Yeah.
However-
so therefore, I did not commit a violent act.
However, the intent is that you were not redeemed. Like you,
You
said,
cannot
oh, I
be
made
jailed for
I
intent.
made a.
You cannot be
Wait.
jailed for intent.
There's
I did
a
not
lot
put
of charges
my.
that involve intent.
But
Thank
I
you
didn't.
very
But
much.
I did not put hands on him. I didn't threaten his life. I didn't say I was going to kill him. I just said I was going to beat his ass.
Okay.
That's assault, but I never touched him.
Mhm.
So therefore, there would be
But
no
you-
charges.
You threatened his well-being.
But I didn't get within reach to the touch him. A threat is just a verbal
Okay, here's the
communication.
thing. We're not just talking about charges. You do know that, right? Everything doesn't boil down to charges.
Yes, it does in the real
When you
world.
start talking about how you went to therapy and made a change in your life, it does not just go to charges.
Now, when somebody comes for your family, what do? You pull up.
I'm not the one that said
So I'm just trying to let you know that
that
you
I
will
went
have
to
the same
therapy
reaction.
and made a change.
But you would have
you never gonna hear me. Now I will say
Because you-
I have worked on my anger over since 2010.
See,
I have worked on my anger, but I will not say that I have completely turned around.
I have because
I will
I
say
don't
I'm
I don't
better.
have the same violent tendencies.
But you said you don't have the same violent tendencies, but you still got them.
But I
You
don't
still
act.
have
No,
it?
okay, I don't act on them. That's what I meant to
Yes,
say.
you do. That was acting on it.
But that was years and years ago.
But that was still after your turning point.
But
But
I still didn't put hands on him, so I was still successful.
no, you were not successful. The 6 people holding you back were successful.
That's just semantics.
What? Your intent is what we're talking about.
You know.
Well, if you would have been in that situation, well,
We're not talking about me.
but that's
I'm
the
not
point.
the one that said I
The-
made a
the
change.
situation made me go when you have a male.
And on top of that, I'm not incriminating myself.
That's what I'm saying. When you have a male threatening a female relative of yours, when you're in there and you're the one talking shit, but he's not man enough to come at you, but he wants to
He
try
threatened
to.
her. He threatened
Yes.
her life and well-being.
He threatened her, talking about he was about to fuck her up
Okay.
in my house.
You know what you could have done, Mister? I turned around.
hmm
Could have talked to him and sang "Kumbaya."
When you a stupid motherfucking
Okay.
excuse the expression dumb
No, look,
immigrant
or you
that
could've
somebody
called the
had to help you
police.
pass your GED equivalency
Or you
test.
could have called the police on him. You turned a new leaf. I'm just saying.
Oh.
I didn't say it was turned completely over. It was turning over.
Okay. It was sideways.
Let me say and a happier note,
Bringing
Chadwick
up past
Boseman
shit.
is now the new face of Howard University School of Fine Arts.
Yes. And who made that decision? Anyone know?
Was it Felicia Rashad?
Yes, it was.
I
the
thought it
new
might have happened.
dean. She's the dean.
She was his mentor. I didn't know that
Well,
until I
no,
was
she
after-
was his teacher,
Oh,
not just
teacher,
me,
okay.
mentor.
Okay.
The relationship between the two of them, she taught there. He was one of her students, and how Denzel got looped in. The students had this program that they were going to do in London to study abroad.
Yeah.
And they didn't have enough money, so Miss Rashad decided to call up one of her friends, Denzel. Denzel paid for it. So, and Denzel joked later on about to Chadwick, like, you owe me some money, but because that was a really good investment. So thanks to those two, people who give back, celebrities, entertainers who give back. Okay,
We want you on the show, Pump
I just
Bitch.
wanted to say that, but so Miss Rashad, because I'm gonna give her due diligence.
Yes.
But she, saw something in him and was very proud of him. And now, fast forward to today, she's the new dean of the performing arts portion of Howard. And her being the dean, as soon as that was made, bam, all of a sudden, We got Chadwick, you know? Right. And that was her baby. That was her heart. Come on now. You know that was her. That has her written all over it.
I got a question.
Uh-huh.
If you ever got a chance to meet her, would you call her Miss Rashad or
I sure would.
Or Miss Huxtable?
I will call her Miss Rashad. Get it right.
I gotta call her Miss Huxtable.
And her sister, I met her sister before I called her Miss Allen.
Oh, Miss Debbie Allen?
Yeah. Yes. Ain't nobody like Miss Debbie Allen, honey. No. And Miss Rashad. Those are some women right there for you.
That's very powerful black women.
Mm-hmm.
I don't deal with the standards of growing up.
Yes.
I still watch the Cosby Show every day, man.
And don't forget, now Miss Debbie Allen is the reason why we have A Different World.
True.
And so with that said, and I'm gonna be real with you, A Different World motivated so many people, especially in our generation, to go not just to college, but to an HBCU.
Let's talk about
that. The only black show to come on about black colleges that was really successful.
Let's talk more about that.
Yeah, I wish we would. I know that we've had this conversation because I've worn my Hillman sweatshirt before, but today would have been the day.
Well, I watched the show because it's on. I hate the pub TV one because whatever. But they still play the Cosby Show and still play different. I watch it every day. And so does what's it? Amazon Prime has it on there too.
Well, I don't have that. Well, I'm just putting that out there. It's that plug on there.
Can I get back on my?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, we've always spoke about the positive role models for black folks to aspire to. And even though with the whole Bill Cosby stuff that they're trying to say, even though I still been on record as saying my feelings towards that. And the different world, like you just mentioned about how it had, black folks wanting to be black students and to get their college experience. Those shows are very powerful.
Yes.
And folks don't understand. I mean, if you take a step back and look at those shows and look at what's on TV now, you don't have that. You don't have anything showing a two-family household of two African Americans living in prosperity and providing for their family and having kids go to college and graduate college. Not get locked up, not do drugs, not sell drugs, not try to figure out how to make this happen or make this happen and out in the streets doing this, but actually showing positive role models for black folks to aspire to, like we've seen for so many years from the non-minorities on television. It's sad to see what we see as black people on TV. All we see is the negative.
Yeah.
All we see is, drug dealers trying to do this, trying to do that, and people shooting each other, yada, yada, yada. And I just have to say one thing I love about being in car sales is I meet a lot of different people. And this week I met a black couple with kids that I felt like this is like the Cosby Show, because it was one the husband was ex-military, went through some hard times, filed bankruptcy, was trying to get back, getting back on his feet. His wife, strong black woman, she beat me down on the financial. She took all my money.
There you go.
But she was looking out for her son. And she was showing him how to be a consumer. And he got the car, he was first time buyer, just graduated college, sports recreation, and he's working with the Charles County School Board. I told him I actually want to get him on my show, talking sports or whatever, because we always hear about the fucked up negative stuff that goes on in the black community, but we don't shine the spotlight on the families that are doing and are showing their kids the right way. And just the fact that I had that conversation with her husband, and he was breaking stuff down in a way I hadn't thought about. And he was we were talking about finances. And he took it back to the slavery days, to when the slaves did good or whatever, the masters would let them get drunk and party and have fun, but they never thought about the aspect of the next day or, we're not getting financially compensated. And he related that to folks nowadays, how all we want to do is go out, get turned up, buy bottles and buy Jordans and buy flashy stuff, but we don't think about the next day because we're conditioned to think, when we get a little bit of money, we do well. We need to go out and party and blow it and yada, yada, yada. Yeah. And I never thought about it that way. And it's like, wow, that was a revelation, because in my past, you know, when I got that money, got that whatever, man, we gonna go get fucked up. Let's go do this. And we at the club getting turned up. I'm dropping $3-4 grand at the bar, buying the bottle for $500 that way I can go to the store and get for $30 at the fucking corner store.
So,
It was some deep shit, man. And it's like we need more of that shit out here.
Well, here's the thing: we're conditioned to not think outside the box. We're conditioned. Like, I remember growing up. You know, my mother's favorite. My favorite show was A Different World. You know what my mother's favorite show was?
What's that?
Cops.
My dad's favorite show was Cops.
Which they snatched off the air in recent years.
She watched Cops and America's Most Wanted.
My
We are
dad too.
conditioned to think that we are criminals.
Yeah.
And granted, there's a lot of white people in America's Most Wanted. But when you say America's Most Wanted, when you say Cops,
you thinking the black man running and getting tackled by the police.
and for years, and when I was younger, I watched Cops.
I couldn't.
I watched
I
America's
didn't like
Most
it.
Wanted.
I couldn't watch it.
I didn't like
And then as I got older, watching that shit,
Yeah.
I got more from watching A Different World than I ever got.
I watch
But
it every
we-
morning, though.
But we are
What, A
conditioned.
Different
Different.
I rewatched the whole thing. So
But we are so conditioned to live in negativity.
yeah.
You know, and it's so many, and it's so much of it's so much programming to us to think that there's a ceiling and we can't go no higher.
Bruh.
And when you tell us we are nothing more than criminals,
Yeah.
when you show us that we are nothing more than criminals,
Then we aspire to be criminals.
And then when you show us that the thing to do is to go to college. The thing to do is college can be fun. College can be beneficial. You can speak your mind. You have a voice in college. When you show them that, that's why the HBCU enrollment went sky high because of that show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of conflicted on college, but you know,
I mean,
I leave my politics
even
out.
if-
But but it's not even just about it. It's just that show demonstrated not just necessarily college, but it went over to the black college and
but
it
it's
went
not
over
a
to black
brotherhood and
history,
sisterhood.
True.
right? And black history. You know,
I mean, that show touched on a lot of different issues, from
Yes.
AIDS
and
to
some of those
rape to
issues we
hip
still
hop.
got
You know?
today.
Yeah, they definitely did.
Debbie
Definitely
D was
does.
on that show. I
Yeah,
had a great conversation with Jasmine Guy about it.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, because she was hating on it. You know,
Then there was the episode about when light skin versus dark skin and Kim, and then they broke down the whole Mammy.
Yeah,
You know?
and her embracing herself
So-
and her history and things like that. I that was I think that was their Black History
Yeah.
Month program that they had.
You know, everything from
And pregnancy.
Diane Carroll,
Yeah.
I mean Patti LaBelle,
The mamas.
you know, but even
and they talked about abuse. They talked a lot of the
Abuse.
things, and then police brutality.
Date rape.
Date rape. You know, racist out and around. You know, when they went to that game for that other school,
Yeah.
and the guys were being racist towards them. Like it touched on so
And
many
they
things.
touched
that
on
we
AIDS
still
before
did.
anybody else
They
did
did.
too.
And they
touched on
Kiki
AIDS.
Cameron was in that episode.
Yeah,
And you know what?
Debbie
They
Allen was
couldn't-
proud of that. She said that's one of the presidents she's proud of.
What's crazy is that she said that they couldn't even put at that time they couldn't put an image of a condom on the air.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
could talk about
he could
it,
talk about it, but yeah, he's like, it's
which
in my
was
wallet.
it was a thing.
I remember he
Most
said,
people
yeah,
don't
yeah.
talk about them, but they talked about it, but they couldn't show the image of it, and that shows you now. I mean, if fast forward, not even that far
Yeah,
ahead,
I remember that,
TLC had condoms all over them.
I just watched that episode.
You know?
He was like, it's in my wallet, but they never showed it.
Yeah, they would
Yeah.
not show it. And Debbie Allen was talking about that. It's just, I appreciate, you know, and real talk, we wouldn't have had those two shows because the Black family being successful. We wouldn't, because the Cosby Show that
I mean,
definitely
but-
touched
but-
on things.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have that if it wasn't for Bill Cosby.
But we have to look at that. How you got to look at how dynamic that was to have a 2-parent household of successful black people
With all them kids.
raising black kids, graduating
So,
college,
at
and
one
aspiring
point-
to be better.
At one point, NBC was like BET.
Yeah, that's true.
It
They
had
had a
the
lot of
Cosby
black
Show.
shows. Yeah.
It had the Cosby Show. It had A Different World.
Mhm.
It had The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Mhm.
It had Into the Night.
Mhm.
Virgil Tibbs.
Yeah, yeah.
Virgil Tibbs.
Yeah.
You know, it had a lot of black shows on it.
Yeah.
Amen came on there. 227
Oh,
came
I
on
forgot
there.
about it, man. Motherfucker Sherman Hemsley in his dance. That shit, old George Jefferson. Yeah, man.
He was Deacon Fry.
See that?
Deacon
See,
Fry.
see, that's the thing. See, it's crazy how now, where the world is supposed to become so more diverse, we have less shows showing positivity
Well,
and more shows showing negativity and people dying and getting killed
So
and
what
drug
we
money
talking
and all
about
that.
that? Y'all was talking about that on the show that I wasn't here, and I was sending messages. I think that's the day I pulled out. But why you shaking your head?
She was about to start dumping y'all. I was feared for my
He's
life.
shaking his head like he's traumatized.
Because man, that was a scary day. And I saw that door open. I was like, hold up. I ain't got my shit. Who that? And then her son was guarding the door like, yeah, I got her back. You try to come through this door, I got you, son.
But the thing is that there are black shows. Unfortunately, these networks
Don't pick them up.
are not picking them up the way they do. And I do see a narrative that the shows, these networks do have.
Mhm.
And the narrative that I see, my father complains about it all the time because a lot of it's unrealistic, but they're so focused on inclusion. They're so focused on pleasing everybody that most of the shows, they don't understand that they're falling into this trap. Most of the shows, you have a black woman with a white man. You don't see black couples together. Now, yes, we do see in society, we do see a black woman with a white man, but that's not all we see. What about the black couple? You know, that's not pushed the way that it was. Strong black families. Then you'll see the black guy who's gay. Most of the time, that's what you see on these networks. Where's the straight black man? Yes, we do see gay black men
Well, I
in
think that
society, but where is
one
the
of
straight black man?
So one of the things, and I have no problem with the LGBT, whatever. that
Right,
was.
right, no problems.
I got a cousin that and he's gay. and
I
love
got
me.
plenty of cousins that's gay.
So, but I'll tell you this.
Nieces that's
So
gay.
this is one of the reasons why I stopped watching Arrow.
Watching
Oh
what?
my God,
Arrow.
Arrow.
So
But not just Arrow. It's a bunch of others. Black Lightning. It's another one.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but the reason why I got started watching Arrow because I know comic book history.
Yeah,
So Mr. Terrific's one,
yeah.
and he's the second Mr. Terrific. The first one was a white guy that died. And in the DC universe, he's the third smartest man on the planet.
Gee,
Smartest.
Third.
That's big.
He is the
I
third.
aspire to be that.
So when I say this, as in how I want people to realize how important this is. He's smarter than Batman.
Right.
There's only two other people on the planet
That's smarter than him.
that are smarter than him, and one of them is Lex Luthor. He's probably the smartest.
I never knew.
One of them is the guy that can go toe to toe with Superman and has no superpowers.
Right.
Lex Luthor doesn't have superpowers.
Right.
He's the smartest. So he's the third smartest man on the planet. He's an Olympic athlete. His backstory is he created the T-Spears and stuff after his wife and child died.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how he became, and he also he's a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's how he became Mr. Terrific.
Right.
On the Arrow show, they made him weak.
Mm-hmm.
Because Green Arrow is not even, is really just Green Arrow is not as intense as they make him out in that show.
Yeah, they
Make
hyped him all the
basically
way
what they
up.
did was they took Batman's personality
Mhm.
and they put him in, and they put it in Green Arrow.
Yeah.
Green Arrow is more of a hippie. He's more of, why are we fighting when we could be making peace?
Yeah.
Real talk.
But in the show, nah.
In the show, he go hard. He's
He
before
gung
Batman.
ho. Yeah, he gung ho in that show.
So, in a fight, if they fought one-on-one, Green Arrow would get his ass kicked by Mr. Terrific. But the way they portrayed Mr. Terrific, even when they introduced him, they made him nerdy, they made him scary, and then eventually they made him gay.
Yeah, that's the part that got me too.
And then they also, his personality. At one point, he led the JSA, the Justice Society of America. That's the precursor to the JLA, the Justice League of America.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the heroes that were from World War II. Was called the heroes from the Silver Age,
Right.
or from the Golden Age.
Mm-hmm.
So when they brought him back in the modern day times, he was the leader of them,
Mm-hmm.
and they made his personality so it was. I just got to the point I just couldn't watch it
Yeah.
because they were scared to have a strong black male character in it,
Mm-hmm.
and then so they did everything to dampen him,
Yeah.
and it's just so hurtful because he's a great character.
Yeah. And instead of sticking to the script, i.e., the original storyline, they fell into that trap where they wanted to make everyone feel included.
Yeah.
And in reality, you tainted your brand just to appease people that weren't even actually requesting that.
Yeah.
I think nowadays, unfortunately, in this state of what we're in, a lot of folks are trying to think proactively to not offend or hurt people's feelings or rub someone the wrong way, but won't complain if you do something. Oh, you're only having this type of character. Oh, you're not representing this brand. So like you say,
But these storylines already exist.
that's what I'm saying. They're ruining the story,
Yeah.
but they're trying to appease the audience so they can still get ratings.
Because on Supergirl, it's like, it was like, why is this girl gay?
Yeah.
And the same thing with Black Lightning,
Yeah.
the daughter.
Yeah.
Now, I will say though, she in the comics, it was never really truly addressed as far as her sexuality.
Yeah.
So I can understand maybe you want to leave that open, but
But why do we even have to include that into it?
it was comics. They were made for kids. I don't know.
So here's the thing. One of the first openly gay superheroes was Quicksilver. No, not Quicksilver. North Star.
Mhm.
Alpha.
Which you could build his character up.
But
I had no idea what y'all are talking about at the time of these comic books.
But I'm just saying, like, if we have someone that is gay, why don't you just use that?
Because that's kind of the point I'm trying to make is he was openly gay. He was openly gay for years. So somebody decided to write a comic and they retcon Iceman, who's been with all these women, and they wanted to make him gay because he's more popular instead of working with the openly gay character.
Yep.
So then they went back and he said, "Oh, well, you're gay."
But like I said,
and there's no reason, like, people aren't screaming to do that.
Right.
When comic books is one of the first place that was like, hey, we got a gay character. And that's before this whole movement came.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was widely accepted.
Right.
So now we want to rechange history and make people who weren't, and it's just not, it hurts the brand.
Yeah, it does, and it's insulting.
But you
and if you're a little kid, if you're a little black boy, and before we had the Falcon and the Winter Soldier,
Mm-hmm.
the black heroes that were on TV was Black Lightning and Mr. Terrific or for Arrow. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
But you
and then
also
you make. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
You make Mr. Terrific soft. And I'm not saying
That was the
soft
first problem.
I'm not saying he's soft because, but his whole character is soft, and he needed to be confident. He needed to be strong. He's nothing as the comic character I read.
Right.
And you took all the core out of him and trashed him. Then with Black Lightning, so when he becomes aggressive, he's the angry black man, and this is how they see him.
Destroying everything.
He goes from the intelligent principal, but then they turned him to the angry black man.
And his daughter, who is a strong black woman, immediately, guess what? She gay. And wasn't she like, was she ever with another black woman? I don't recall her being with another black woman.
I don't think so.
No.
Because eventually they brought the character Grace from Teen Titans, and she was, and Teen Titans, I think Grace is like Asian.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, she wasn't ever really. But my thing is, you want to do this inclusion thing, but while you're doing this, first of all, you're doing this inclusion theory that you got going on. The people that you're claiming to include are not asking for this. And in return, you're actually excluding quite a few things as well. Because for some reason, we're talking about all these shows that we had when we were younger, showing black relationships.
Yeah.
Strong black relationships. But in modern day, where are the strong black relationships?
They're not.
Even if you want to show like the Black Lightning's daughter, you wanted to make her gay. Does it have to be an interracial relationship?
But
it always has to be an interracial.
It was the great thing is you with Black Lightning and his wife. At some point they become separate.
Yeah.
I stopped watching because it was a terrible show.
Yeah.
But it didn't.
But they don't ever show two black women together. I'm confused.
Yeah.
See, I guess now is where my different logic comes in the key, because
Mhm.
I've never been a comic book guy. So when y'all breaking all this stuff down,
But this happens in
No,
non-comic shows
I
too.
understand.
Mhm.
My logic has always been, in order to end racism, you have to intermingle the races.
No.
No, like I said, this is my theory.
All the
I'm
time?
not saying you have to agree with it.
But no, I'm asking all the time.
My thing is, the only way you can end racism, because you can't hate someone that's part of yourself.
That's
So
true.
we're already intermixed, but some folks just don't want to believe that principle or understand that whole genetics breakdown. So most folks that are racist or prejudiced are of the fairer complexion. And the only way you can dispel that racism, because we've all seen the stories of the racist granddad that the granddaughter had a mixed baby. He said he never wanted to see the kid. He disowned it. But then once he seen that baby, he fell in love with it. So
mixed grandbaby, you right.
exactly. So I understand what you're saying about the strong black family, and the white folks will probably say the thing about the strong white. They're tired of seeing interracial couples on TV, like the Cheerios commercial and all this other shit. But in order to drive the point home, not saying that folks don't understand it, but in order to change perception, you have to change the dynamic of what people are seeing as normal, and not to dispel the strong black family, but in order to, and the civil rights movement is about us being so-called equal and being looked at equally in the eyes of different races, white, whatever, yada, yada, yada. So if the end all result of it, we all being looked at as equal, as you don't have the so-called prototypical black family on every corner and in every neighborhood, but it still exists. But in order to get a racial equality, there are more interracial couples. I really don't see a problem with that.
But I don't think.
What about the strong black male lead? What about that?
I mean,
I don't see that as much as I used
Oh, you're
to.
not going to see it, but it's more prevalent in the community with people doing it. They might not
I'm talking
personify
about
it.
on TV.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're never going to show it.
But the thing is like this.
I mean, they have, but it's not going to be something you see on a regular.
TV3, I mean, my feelings is like an interracial couple is not going to erase it.
It's not going to end
I'm
it.
just going because it's always going to be a mixed bag of shit. Like they're always going to be like it's the same story over and over again. Her dad, her mom didn't like him, and yada yada yada. It's all
I've
around
been there.
It's all around the world, same song.
I've been there. Like I said, I've dated white women where their white fathers did not like
What
me.
we're trying to explain to you is that, first of all, a strong black family being displayed on network TV they show this every single week. It's not just about us feeling like we have representation. It also
It's a
kinda
strong
helps.
message.
If in fact let's say I am a white person. I have never really come in contact with a lot of black families, and I'm watching this show, like the Cosby Show. I'm watching this show, and I'm like, oh, they're going through the same things that I go through. They're going through the same thing. So at the end of the day, it's not just showing interracial relationships. That honestly, if you look at network TV, it's more common on network TV than it probably is in real life. But to show how the other side lives, you know what I mean? To show the dynamic, we need to see as a country, not just the black community, because we do get inspired by those things. We got inspired by the Cosby Show. But for other people who have never actually experienced that, show them a positive black family experience. That would be helpful. And I will give props to that Cedric the Entertainer show, because they do exactly that. They had a black community, white family moved in next door to Cedric and to Sheena. Yeah. And other than that, it's like that show helps with racism. I will give you that.
True. I mean, I definitely see your point. I used to make that same point.
You gotta think about it like this. This is how I think about it. Like when I remember watching Good Times, and James was everybody's father for a very long time. But look at the character they got to replace James. Paul. He was weak. He was soft. He wasn't James.
And they were poor. Let's keep that in mind. That was a display of a black family.
It was, but they took the strong male figure and they killed them off.
Cool.
They killed them off to replace with a weaker family member.
That was a issue between Norman Lear and the guy that played James. They wanted to keep his character. That was more of a contractual thing. I see what you're saying about relating to Carl. They replaced him with Carl in that aspect. But also Carl was a successful businessman that lived in Arizona. Even though he was soft, he still personified a black man that was successful, that was able to take Florida out of the ghetto and move her into a better environment.
So who do we remember?
You remember James.
Exactly.
Damn. But I'm just
she was so hurt.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. I was hurt too. James was like you say. Yeah, James was the bruh. I didn't know he was still alive until I saw him on the Cosby Show. I was like, oh, James.
That man won't dead.
When he was on the Cosby Show, when he was Bill Cosby's physician, I was like, oh, James. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
It was abrupt, so a lot of people was like, "Wait, did he really die?"
So I mean,
and when you singing for what?
It's all of how you look at it. But Carl wasn't the strong black man that James was. But that same strong black man that James was uneducated and had to work 2-3 jobs trying to make those ends meet to provide for his family. No, he didn't.
No, I don't think he did.
And he was in the projects working 2-3 jobs trying to support his family. But then you have a rich black, not saying rich, but a well taken care of black man that maybe wasn't the strong militant type, learn how to play the game with the white businessman so he could become wealthy like him and be able to take her out of that project mentality. Yeah. So you can look at him as weak, or you can look at him as he adapted to the environment he was given and learn how to provide for his family, playing that game of the white man in America.
I think that it just shows two different types of black men. We all know a James and we all know a Carl.
True that.
James, he was good for one thing, disciplining them kids, trying to keep them in line, because Lord knows JJ needs
JJ Dynamite,
JJ needed that jump. And real talk,
Thelma needed it.
Right, I was about to say,
you got
Thelma needed it, because Thelma was running around here with these little boys trying to marry African people and princes and stuff,
Michael needed it too.
That boy had his own money.
Michael almost joined that gang.
Michael was a little.
That was out of fear, though. He was about to get his ass whipped.
But at the same time, James was needed, at that time, and I am happy. And then the complaint about the show itself was that why they always gotta have hard times. It's called Good Times, but
that's called being black, living in America.
Right, but they were so poor. Like, I mean, so poor. It's like, where's the positive? So therefore they introduced Carl, which I'm gonna be real with you. It kind of bothered me a little bit because they had to introduce a new male lead to sweep them out of that situation versus the mom, I remember she was like, I'm gonna go back to school at one point. Remember that?
Yeah.
And James ain't want her to work and he didn't want her to, so why not take that opportunity and get her an education, a good job, things like
That
that.
was a different time.
It was a different
Yeah.
time, but at the same time, mothers were doing it.
Yeah.
She was a
Not-
widow. It wasn't like they got a divorce, so it wouldn't have been a problem
But
if
he
she
didn't have-
raised up and got her family up out the ghetto.
I just remember saying, down.
Yeah, but it ain't like he had
down.
life insurance to take care of him and get him out of it.
I'm
she,
just saying,
she barely had a hospital education. She was a bus driver.
but
She was trying to improve
that is
herself.
real. That's
exactly.
realistic.
That's realistic, but having 3 kids trying to go to school.
I'm about to say, by
They
the
was
time
grown.
James died, by the time
Yeah,
James
true,
died,
God, true.
so for her to get up and fight through that situation, to me, I feel like would have been a little bit more realistic than her marrying some dude that got money and swept her off her feet and run
In the 70s and 80s,
Yes.
women were barely in the workforce in full force.
But
in the 80s.
there were women who did it.
Yeah,
That's my
but they
thing.
weren't success. They weren't as successful.
We're talking about the image that they're putting out to the rest of the country.
And
These shows tend to
remember,
motivate people.
we were smoking cigarettes in restaurants with little babies right there. They didn't give a fuck about perception. It was about the almighty dog.
They did. That's why
They was
the network
cool. They
put
weren't
the show.
even
Wasn't no filters on them motherfuckers. They were the little baby.
That's why the perception is the reason why the network put a black family that couldn't get out the ghetto on there for so long. But they got complaints, and that's why they end up getting out the ghetto. Only because the network was being pressured. Let's be real.
Well, also Norman Lear was a prime producer that put the racial thing out there on the network platform.
Correct.
So the stage that he was using, as I say, he was playing chess and they were playing checkers. He was putting out. He was down in the white man on those shows. Yeah. But the white man still laughed because, oh, you're making me money. But he was still awakening to community of what the fuck was really going on to the folks that were so engulfed in the fucking misery that they couldn't see the whole game plan. So for some folks, it shined the light to see the big picture, to see really what was going on. And that's what I think the whole, like I say, TV now is so polluted, diluted, yada, yada, yada. But you can learn from anything: TV, reading, books, movies, TV. I always say that I watch movies and I'm going to learn something from it because there's a lesson to be learned in anything that you do. So in order to get it out there on that platform in that time and age of the 70s, 80s, when racism was still rampant, they didn't give a fuck. They'd call you a nigger, beat you, smack you with a billy club, do whatever, and they didn't give a fuck because they knew nothing was going to happen to them.
Right.
So at that time, to even put those things out there on the platform, to see a strong black husband standing up for his son the gang was trying to enroll him, and he wanted to tell him, yeah, I'm willing to die for my son because you're not going to have him because he's mine. So in those aspects, I feel like they shined the light on the black community and the plight that this government and country has put the black community in.
Right.
And that's why those shows are so important. And then the fact, like you say, where they killed off James, contract dispute, whatever, showing a strong black man, and then showing that there are successful black men that might not be the militant, strong, barking going against, which I can relate to.
You was
and
what?
The strong going against the man because we were getting screwed over and
So
being
you feel
overburned.
like you more like Carl than James?
I'm feeling like I was more like James in my 20s, and now I'm more like Carl because I'm more diplomatic and know how to adapt to my environment. I'm always not just banging my head against a brick wall. I know that, sometimes.
I feel like you more like them gangsters that was trying to recruit.
You know what? See, I'm kind of.
Did you not see that one
I didn't see it
coming?
coming to kill a block me down. I didn't see that I think the kill the block down, but I didn't see that.
Yeah, but no,
coming.
Carl was the businessman.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Was the disciplinary.
Yeah, I was. That's who I was. Like even with my nieces and nephews, I was the disciplinarian. They act up. I come over, I beat that ass, let them know don't do it again. If you will, I'm gonna come back and do it again.
Go with me to this cookout with this stripper. Yep, I remember.
I'm just trying to get brownie points for the stripper.
I mean,
I'm trying to get.
But that's what you did. You disciplined them and was like, "Come on, go with me to this."
They needed to get out. My sister was stressed out. I said, "Come on, I was going to take the stripper by myself, but I was down Waldorf. My sister said her and her boyfriend wanted to spend some time together. Could I take the kids with me?" I was like, "Shit, okay, I'm down here. I said I would, so let's go."
I
It
would
just happened to
never
be a
forget-
stripper.
I would never forget.
And my sister still don't know, so you can't tell her that whenever you see her.
Do she watch this show?
I don't think so, 'cause I think she's doing work. I think she's doing hair right now, so she don't even know about this.
Because I'm like, we've been talking about this a couple times. on this
I know. I know. Like I say, Sunday she be doing other stuff, so I ain't worried about it.
Mhm.
But yeah, you know, she had some friends. I was trying to have some friendly, some conversation. So I let her spin time with my niece and nephew. Let me feel like she was, well, I didn't have a
Part of
nephew
the
at that time.
family.
Yeah, I was trying
The
to.
baby wasn't born yet.
No, yeah, something my nephew was. But it worked out in my
He might
favor.
make her feel special.
Ooh.
You think you made her feel special that day? Because when she walked up in that joint and saw them crabs, oh, y'all got crabs. I was like,
Hey,
oh
man.
no. I was like, what is this that he done bought up
She
in
was
here?
on the pole the night before. She
You
was on the
know,
crabs the next day, baby. I
She
tell
was
you.
so happy.
You on your
Right.
pole that night?
Yes, she was.
That was
After I dropped my nieces off, she was on that pole on the way back home.
Ew.
Hey, look, I told you that my bitch got me some pussy.
Oh my God. Here we go.
I
We
miss
back
my
on
bitch.
this.
I told man, it all comes back in a circle, baby.
Let's talk about afros and good times or something. Like something different.
Why?
Because I don't want to hear about you.
We hear about your stories.
You do not hear me talk about these sexcapades on air.
Oh yeah, that's right.
In
Okay.
here.
I'm sorry, not the one there. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I do not have to tell the world about some sexcapades that you be doing.
That's in my past.
Oh,
I'm a changed man.
Mm-hmm.
You only changed because you ain't caught up to nothing this year.
It ain't the point, the reason why. I'm just saying I've been changed.
You've been changed.
As soon as you get something, you're going to go back to the same way.
We ain't talking about that though. We talking about right now. All we can live is in the present.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Once a always a
That is not true.
Mm-hmm.
You know how long it's been?
You know what? Here we go.
Exactly.
Here we go.
I'm just saying. You
He
know
be
how long-
oversharing.
Because I don't give a fuck.
Because if we go down this road next thing you know, we gonna hear about you licking booty. I don't want to hear none of it.
You know how long it's been since I did
hey,
it?
hey,
Hey, you brought it up. Hey, you brought it up.
I'm giving an
look,
example of
you
when
opened
you
it.
told
You
us
opened
too
the door.
much.
You opened the door, man. I was gonna walk
That
in.
doesn't open the door for you telling us too much.
But you opened the door, so I was gonna walk in.
So, I was about to go into. I'll talk about this real quick, and then I'll play y'all. Another one or two of the tracks that we did down in Atlanta.
Okay.
So quality control music rapper Metro Mars was arrested at high school graduation ceremony after throwing thousands of dollars into the crowd of his classmates report. Up and coming rapper on quality control. That's the people that brought you the Migos, Cardi B, all that good stuff. There's video footage that was making rounds on social media. He reportedly was throwing $10,000 in cash on stage in a ceremony at Langston Hughes High School in Fairborn, Georgia, about 25 minutes away from Atlanta. Anything's 25 minutes away from Atlanta. If you're in Atlanta, you like 25 minutes from everything.
Yeah.
Like, real talk.
Pretty central.
Peachtree.
He was 18 years old, and they arrested him. Basically, when they wouldn't let him walk across the stage. They arrested
what was his
What was
charge?
the crime?
Yeah, what was the charge?
Throwing money. And for
Well,
a
you
black
know
man,
what,
for a
in
black
Georgia,
man in Georgia,
right,
it might
Georgia.
be
They might have found a way.
I don't even really think the crime was.
being black in Georgia.
No, the black cop too that arrested.
Of course.
I mean, real talk.
Do you know how many
Somebody called
times
the police and they told the police what to do.
out of all the harassment I've faced, do you know how many times it's been by a black cop?
Was it in PG County?
PG County, State Trooper, Charles County,
Well, Charles County,
Howard County,
everybody in Charles
Montgomery County.
Wait. Howard. Okay, so let me say this, especially to people who don't understand. Charles County and Howard County. Why were you even there?
Howard County, I was getting some booty. Charles County, I was visiting my family. PG County, I was going home.
PG. I mean, back in the day, PG was investigated for
I
racial profiling.
had a rainbow coalition. I had a black one, a white one, a Spanish one, an Asian one. I think a Jamaican one. Might even been a Trinidadian. I don't know, but they all was fucking with.
Well, what were you doing?
They pulled me over for a legal tent.
Did you have a legal tent?
Technically,
yes.
No. They changed the law after I got my tent put on, and then I was in violation.
You're the reason.
I'm just saying, just because I had somebody that I might have known on payroll that
Okay,
can
but
find
when
some
they
things.
changed the law, guess what's supposed to happen? Per the law, you're supposed to change your tent.
But per the law, Does it mean that I get pulled over by 6 different cops and guns drawn on me and them telling me they're going to call my job and get me fired and they're going to lock me up for having a legal tent?
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Prior to them saying that they were going to get you fired,
Mm-hmm.
prior to them drawing guns,
Okay.
what did you do?
I rolled my windows down as they yelled on the loudspeaker to tell me to roll my windows down. And then when they found half of a piece of marijuana joint in my
Really?
ashtray.
When you rolled the windows down, did smoke leave?
No, smoke did not.
Oh, okay.
The paraphernalia that was in my car was not mine. It was left by
Okay,
someone I
yes.
had just dropped off.
Okay, uh-huh.
And it was in my
It was my
possession.
friends. It was my friends.
But I was
You
being,
were in the car by yourself, but it was your friends. Go
yeah,
ahead.
I was being the model citizen because my mom.
That was
worked
not
for-
being a model
I
citizen
mean,
right
that-
there.
and that's the point that I made to him, because when he was being belligerent, telling me he was going to get me locked up and get me fired from my job, I said, "Sir, if that's what you choose to do, I can do nothing. I was in the wrong. I had, it in my car. You pulled me over. If that's what you choose to do, I can't do nothing about it." Then he tells me, "Oh, you're being a smart ass. I'm about to lock you up." I said, "Okay, if that's what you choose to do, then there's nothing I can do about that."
Mm-hmm.
They searched the car,
And
find nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they found a
Uh-huh.
little.
Go ahead. What they find?
I had
Uh-huh.
I had got a beer when I
Uh-huh.
got off of work.
And it was open.
Well, I had it in a juice container because I know if I got pulled over, I would put the juice container and toss it in the back. Like, oh yeah, that's just some juice. So they had found that.
So wait, let's
Uh-huh.
get it together.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
Mr. Model Citizen, you
I was drinking after work, not while I was driving.
What? You do realize that when they say drinking and driving, and that's literally talking about, oh, I'm drinking while I'm driving, right?
There's a difference between drinking while intoxicated and drinking under intoxicated.
Under the influence.
Under influence.
Uh-huh.
Yes, it's a difference.
Okay, you're absolutely
You
right.
are
It's
funny
two
as
different
shit.
charges, but I need you to understand this, okay?
Mm.
Because you just said you're a model citizen.
Mm.
You got pulled over.
I didn't.
You had
Oh, I didn't
illegal-
say I was model.
You
I
just
said
said
I did.
you was a model
No, I
citizen.
said I wasn't being an asshole, and I
Y'all
still
did.
had to.
Yes, they
Yeah,
did.
I was being a model
Run
citizen,
the
but
tape back. You said you was a model citizen.
I mean,
But
as in
hold on.
complying with the officer.
But here's the thing: you had a legal tent, okay? You
Because
had
they changed the
marijuana.
law.
Hold on, and you had, but at the time that they pulled you over, was the tent illegal?
When they pulled me over.
Okay, thank you. So you had a legal tent,
Mm.
you had marijuana, and an open container.
Well, it wasn't open because it wasn't a beer bottle; it was in a juice container.
How did you get the beer in there?
I poured it in a juice container.
So it was open.
But it was a juice container. It was
It
not
was
a beer
not
bottle.
sealed.
But it was. I had a top on it.
It was not sealed.
But it had a top on it.
So when you hear open container, what do you think?
As long as it has a top on it, it's not open.
I'm about to play the song. Because you full of shit.
He should have been locked up. Plain and simple. Okay.
End of the story. Because he harassed me so bad, I went to court. He didn't show up. I beat the ticket.
No. You beat the ticket because he didn't show up. It has nothing to do with
Because I was innocent
no,
of the charges.
you were not. If they don't show up, you're not innocent.
Is it on my record?
It doesn't matter. You
It
still
didn't
get it. You should have been locked up. He was nice.
I was innocent. No, it was no. I didn't tell you the rest of the story. He called for backup, and that's when the Rainbow Coalition came out. A black one, an Asian one, a white one, a black,
You should have been
Korean
locked
one.
up.
But I didn't do nothing.
You had marijuana, illegal tent, and
It
an
was
open
that
container.
much marijuana.
Was
I
it-
got caught. It was
Was it
paraphernalia.
legal?
Was it legal?
At that time, no. But,
Exactly.
but I couldn't get charged. But it was so small, I couldn't get charged with having possession of weed. It was possession of paraphernalia.
Okay.
That's how small it was.
So
But you were doing illegal activity.
I wasn't smoking when they pulled me over
Why wasn't it in your ashtray?
because my friend had left it in my ashtray.
You're lucky you're not in jail.
You're lucky to be alive. You're so full of shit.
Right. Thank you. I wanted him to keep on going.
No, because I'm
The more he
saying.
talked, the worse it got.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Because I was chill, cool, calm, and collected, and they still was harassing me.
Okay.
Oh,
You probably had a prostitute in Trump.
yo,
Not that time.
it's gonna get you some sugar that the picture.
Used to get it with a triple beam.
That's my type of picnic,
You got a
baby.
different scheme. I ain't never changed. You got a different team. I was never joking. I don't stress the means. How I like my pussy, crystal clean. The way I ball, call me Mr. Clean. My niggas real. You get hit for free. Dishing this shit off like Pistol Pete. Pancake. I used to flip the street from robbing cars, flipping things. What else did you get it by any means? Man, struggling, so you hustling, and ain't nothing really in between. Before you talk, let me get in the vein. Direct this cut, we delete the scene. You ain't winning, dog, till you beat the thing. I've been feeling like a boss in it. I done pay my business with my couch, did it. They been pissed off. I been all finished. Shawty fuck with me, act like she off lit. Took this wine and go and put my cock in it. How I kill the pussy, need some chalk with it. If I give me
It's a different side of Renegade.
she gon' love me more when I just start spinning. Put my log in, bet she start trending. Fuck with me and I bet you start winning. Call her Niagara, I just fall in it. Expensive chase like I got ball tickets. Need a dental plan, how I'm flossing. All on my own like I am off. In this department, don't become a target. Go against me, then you might as well fall. Still a shot again, need me a rollie. Talking too much, you can't be my homie. At the top, in this finger and only. I'm about to pop in, give me a 40. About to stretch out, work. Got me just feeling like Tony. I'm about to take it to the dirt. These pussy ass niggas can't hold me. Still a shorty that need me a rollie. Talking too much, then you can't be my homie. At the top, in this finger and only. I'm about to pop in, give me a 40. About to stretch out, work. Got me just feeling like Tony, I'm about to take it to the dirt. These pussy ass niggas can't hold me.
That shit was high right there.
I got one more.
Yeah, that shit was high right there. Made me want to smack a motherfucker.
Yeah, I think you like the I need the camera on you right now.
I got your feet up.
He gonna keep running back to the bathroom.
Just follow these rules. I'm like on these laws.
You know, the last big show thing right on the top. They've been doing that, yeah. The video is partially muted.
Yeah, they muted me for the Empress game.
I want it.
You niggas started going back when I won that thing about the copyrighted music. These niggas started going back to shows I did like 2 years ago. They started muting.
Let me ask you this. You know how you can share YouTube video on your page?
Yeah.
Can you share that on your page versus making it like a live?
I did. I put the YouTube up there.
Okay, versus the live.
Like, the live is still going on in my at the bar doing, but on my regular page, by the way, this is the live.
I gotta get down to Miami. I can't wait for Roanoke. I can't wait to see what he do down there. This shit hot. I want to make a track for him, dog.
So much, man. I want it all. I want it all. I want it all. just wait. I want it all.
Told y'all I had some heat for y'all. Told y'all I had some heat when we was in Atlanta.
He said he wanted all.
Yeah. Our first shot got CP3 digging in the bag like he about to go find his gun or something.
Bruh, that shit had me hyped, man. I ain't heard Renegade come hard on the track like that, so I can't wait for next week to see him rip the stage, bruh, because it's going to be live. Y'all better be on the lookout for Renegade 703, dog. He ain't
Let me tell
playing.
y'all something. Them motherfuckers, no disrespect.
Oh Lord, here you go.
They not going to be ready when Renegade hit the stage.
He meant that with disrespect.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
His presence, I feel sorry for the nigga that got to go after.
Bruh, all I know is
If you ain't never seen Renegade perform, I feel sorry for the nigga that goes after.
to be honest, I never seen him perform live. So
You seen the video?
I'm about
I've
to
seen
say
the
you
videos. I've seen the videos. I haven't seen him live. I was there at the video shoot. You know, I saw that, but yeah, I'm hyped to go see him live because I think it's gonna be
Like real talk. When we did money and we was in Austin, Texas, South by Southwest weekend, right? So we was in the club. We were doing the show up top. They were doing the show on the bottom.
still got the flyer. Oh, there we go. You still got the flyer.
There you go.
Yeah. You got
So we was doing a show up top. Now that you did what you did, now you're going to fly down.
it. I was just saying.
Niggas ain't shit.
You was just saying what?
I was just showing I was saying the fly. I was gonna we were
Why your voice
one.
sound like that?
Because I was trying to be helpful.
Yeah, okay. So he was performing. So we had a little crowd. Not a lot. So I'm filming. I'm literally filming with one hand with my camera and the other hand with my phone.
Okay.
So I'm not paying attention to nothing but Renegade. He's doing the walk around and I'm following him and all that other stuff. So when he got the money, because Money is usually the last song that he did. When he does it and the music ends and stuff, and we looked, it became standing room only in that motherfucker. I'm like, where the fuck do these people come from? So they heard the song and they came
And they
from
brought
the
you to the
showcase
floor.
from downstairs. They came all the way upstairs to listen to him and watch him.
All right, hold on. Okay. Listen to what he just said. When he started, there wasn't really that many folks around. He was just filming, watching Renegade. But when his money track came on,
By
that had how many streams now? 151?
It was 500 and something almost. If we were at a record label, it'd have been equivalent to be a gold record.
Okay. So
I got the picture something.
Yeah. So the floor was empty, but when the track came on at over 500,000 streams on it, he looked up and it was standing room only. That is the definition of a MC.
Oh yeah, we had 22,000 on Facebook on YouTube for the video.
That is the definition of a MC. So to y'all that think you're lyrical, that think you're a rapper, if you can't do that, put the mic down. Go put an application to McDonald's or Burger King.
It wasn't me that was talking shit today.
Pick up a trade. Learn how to cook some fries.
Here we go.
Flip some burgers.
I swear.
Maybe drive for Uber, DoorDash. I heard some good money. I'm thinking about starting.
Shady.
I'm just saying because some folks need to throw in the towel, bro. When you 35 years old and you trying to get on in the game, you've missed it.
I would say it like this: if you can still make, because I've seen some dudes at 30. Rick Ross didn't make it until he was 30.
True.
So if
Ross.
But here's the thing though, you have to constantly be able to put out
good content.
Because good music is going to speak to any age.
Exactly.
Jay-Z was down there in his 30s when he made it. So
why?
That's
you keep doing this.
He's my mentor.
Okay, but Rick Ross, when he said his name, so everybody he named, you going,
Ross is my mentor too.
oh my God.
Because they're in my if they were white, they would be called moguls. Because they're diverse in what they do and they're making money on all platforms and whatever they're doing ventures in.
Yeah,
But because they're
still
black
moguls.
and they came from so-called questionable backgrounds, even though most of the white folks that's rich and wealthy in this country got their money through prohibition and other sideways schemes in this government, but because they're white, it's cool, and then when it's black, it's a crime.
So how about we just call them moguls, like
They
they
do call
are?
But most folks don't.
Yeah,
They
but
do call them moguls.
guess who don't care?
call-
And
they
we're
call
gonna
JB
call them.
I know they
moguls.
don't care.
We're gonna call them moguls.
But as we were just speaking about a representation, when you can see someone that came from the Marcy Project, someone that came from the back streets of Florida,
Right.
being a CEO and slanging, doing whatever, and now they're having ventures, Wingstop and 40/40 Club and Title, and now they're moguls, but they still have that so-called cloud over them because of their so-called background.
Well, we ain't worried about that.
I know we're not worried about it, but I'm just saying the state of it. We tell you
I
about
wonder what those two gentlemen have done for their community.
they just gave him chicken wings and drinks at the 40/40 Club. That was all. According to some people. According to some people. No doubt, and that's the thing, that when you make blanket dumb statements like that, when you have folks out here that's actually contributing to the black community, and you're talking on some podcasts and you're not contributing and doing anything to help it, fuck you. Simple as that. And I'm calling you out,
Here we
motherfucker.
go.
Come to the show. Call in. Zoom. I don't remember your name. I don't want to know your name. But the fact that we're streaming this now, and I'm hoping I'm going to tag your name in it once I put it on my page and hope you see the shit. Because I want to debate your punk ass.
Well,
Simple as that. I don't want to get into specifics now. We would do a show just me and you going at it. I done called out many punk pussy motherfuckers before, and I'm calling you out now. Whatever the fuck your name is, whoever you think you are, yeah, please.
he like, yeah, that.
Yeah, whatever your name is, please. I'm going to find your name. I'm going to follow you on Twitter or whatever, and I'm going to call you out. And I'm going to tag you into this show, because I'm calling you out. I want to talk to your dumb, meth smoking, Donald Trump, orange loving ass and shut you the fuck down on air.
Just for the record, I disagree with the man that, Charles. I disagree with Charles.
But you were eloquent in what you said. See, I'm going to be a lot more.
We already know that
because
you're a thug. What are you talking about?
Because you can talk to some people, and some people you have to smack with your dick in their face to get your point across. Because they're not going to see the light until you do something that drastic, and they're going to step back and say, "This motherfucker just smacked me with his dick in my face."
My God.
I need to listen to what the fuck he's about to say, because he's really serious about what he has to say.
When he's throwing his hands up. Too.
I'm just saying, I've had to pull my dick out on several occasions. I've had to do it.
No more.
It's an expression. It's not literal.
Nigga, you need water.
Whoa.
It's an expression. It's not literal.
We just had several conversations about you pulling your dick out from somebody.
Those are with females. I'm talking about a male here. Because you know what you're going to get. You're going to get it. Ew, put it away. Oh, that's nice.
No more alcohol.
Why?
You want punishment?
This is at the bar radio. Yeah. You started this, goddamn it.
No. The bartender has the right to refuse alcohol.
That's only when you're paying for alcohol. That's only when you're paying for alcohol.
Threatening to pull your dick out. I don't want to see that.
Not on air.
It's for my best interest.
That's for request only.
But no, that's not what you just said.
But I'm not going to put it on air. I'm not trying to get taken off the air.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
It's not a figurative term. It's a literal term.
Uh-huh.
So, I don't know. It sounded kind of figurative to me.
Because that's what I do. I put the facts out there so blatantly that you can't even dispute it, argue it, or try to come with some dumbass, convoluted, second-class theory. Because the shit you spout, you have to have some background and have something to go with it to back it up. And as you said, he was contradicting himself in his own fucking
He
statement.
was contradicting.
So you're saying one thing and then going back against the thing you're just saying 5 minutes earlier. I'm like, shut the fuck up and listen to yourself.
And I feel like he had long pauses because he was coming up with stuff.
That's what I'm saying. He had to be on meth. Like if you was on weed,
He had
you would had some crazy thoughts, but you wouldn't have no shit like that.
I think he may be just misinformed. He might not be a meth head.
Well, it might be my fault because I did say I don't know what he's smoking. I
He
said
was
that
smoke-
earlier,
he was
but I
smoking.
didn't say meth. I just said I don't know.
That ain't weed. Weed made you get introspective.
Whoa.
You know what?
That's that Mexicali, baby.
That's what happens.
I'm just saying. That is
We
some.
made you get what now?
Weed made you get introspective.
You still can't say
You
it.
niggas be saying words now.
Hey, look, man. Hey, as long as I get the right word out, that's all that fucking matters. Don't matter how long it take to come out.
No,
long as
it
get out.
does matter how long it takes.
No, it doesn't. I know a lot of niggas. I know a lot of niggas that stutter, but they still get their point across. All right?
But nobody takes them serious.
It ain't the point. They get their
No
point across.
Wait. No offense.
Hey, I had a speech
Anybody.
impediment when I was younger. That's fucked up. But
Did
yeah,
you stutter?
yeah, I used to stutter. When I used to get overexcited about trying to say something, I would stutter. see, it ain't no love. You see how she just laughed at me just there. See, there's no love
You
there.
said overexcited. I can imagine you trying to talk to a girl and you about to get it in and you start stuttering.
What's your name, bitch?
They all are either baby, honey, or sweetie. You never name names, goddamn.
Because you was gonna stutter.
You got that right. What's up, baby? And come out nice and smooth and clean.
Oh my god.
You try to say a name. What the fuck?
Just a random ass question. Have you ever woke up to a chick you ain't know her name?
Yes, I have.
I'm about to say, I know you ain't asked this one right here, that question, because I'm sure
What
you
did
could
you
have
do?
answered that for him.
What did you do?
Looked at her ID.
Wait, so you went at her stuff?
You fucking right. I ain't gonna piss on no pussy because I can't remember no name. You crazy? I ain't no thief. I can't remember names well
You just
sometimes.
gonna rummage through her
Oh,
thing.
Her wallet was right
Oh,
there.
you
It was
doing
on top.
shit? You was doing shit?
Her wallet was on top.
Uh-huh.
She was in my house. She was in my bed.
Did you take
Oh,
you out
so
of
that
her?
means I could just rummage through her
I
thing.
didn't rummage. It was on the top. Shit.
You went through a purse.
No. I just got her ID. I'm like, oh yeah, Regina. Okay, bad.
Oh my god.
I'm just saying. I meet a lot of people.
Oh, that's you smash a lot of people?
I used to.
See, exactly. But you got mad when I called you a whore.
I used to be a whore. I keep on telling you I'm a whore in recovery.
Uh-huh.
It's a 12-step program.
You know, being a whore is also a mental state of mind.
I used to love that mental state of mind.
You don't have that no more.
You know how long it's been? The
I
COVID,
didn't
the
ask
COVID,
you how long anything.
the COVID
has- I
fucked
said
my
your
the
mental-
COVID fucked my game up.
Your mental state of mind. You're still a whore, I believe.
I'm still a whore, but I don't act on my actions. It's all about the actions. I don't act on them. I'm still a whore,
Yes.
but I don't do whorish things anymore.
Only because of the opportunity that has.
It doesn't matter the reason why.
Oh, okay. So what
If an alcoholic is clean, he's clean. Not because the liquor store is closed. He's clean because he's clean.
Why would you fall off the wagon?
It's life.
So when you are presented with the opportunity, you going back to being a whore?
I mean, that's what's
Why
the
would
def-
you-
He goes stuttering.
what's the
Well,
definition?
y'all,
What's the definition?
Better yet, CP3. What happens if you get a good girl, but then you have an opportunity to be a whore?
If I get a good girl, I'm settling down because I know good girls are hard to find being single for so long. So if I
But
could
you
find,
whored on good girls before.
but I wasn't ready for them. Now I'm ready for a good girl. I'm willing to. I know. I admit that I was a piece of shit when I ran into some good girls, and I did some good girls bad. But you know, once they're gone, they're gone forever.
I was about to say, which is
That's my man. That's what I
exactly
said.
what I was thinking about when you
And that's
said
what
it.
made me think about it. I was like, you know, that's a real
You
statement.
done
You know,
ruined some people. That's
I-
why
I
it's so
had-
hard to find.
I know, and that's why I say it's karma. That's why I don't get
No,
mad at
it's
it.
not even karma. You ran through a lot of good girls and they're not good no more.
But it wasn't my fault because
No,
I
it
wasn't
was your
ready
fault.
for
It
him. I
was your
wasn't
fault.
ready
Hold on,
for
hold
a
on.
good
It was your
girl.
fault.
How was it not your fault
Because-
that you weren't ready?
Hold on,
So-
how you gonna
So
have?
guys, I just want y'all to know
Hold on, hold
that
on.
there is a shortage of good girls because CP3 ran through
I'm just
them.
saying, how you gonna have strippers on one hand, being in the game on another hand, having a good job and making good money, and a lack of good dudes? What do you expect a man to do in his 20s in that situation but be a whore?
Why do you have to ruin the good girls?
I wasn't trying to ruin them. I thought I was ready to settle down. But then you know what happens when you start getting serious with one young lady. Then 151, you can attest to this.
Yeah.
You know when you start getting serious with one young lady, that all of a sudden, all these other young ladies come out of the woodwork saying, "Oh well, I didn't know you were looking to be in a relationship. I kind of thought of you in that light also." How many times did that shit happen to you?
And how many? But at the same time, you don't have to engage.
But when you're a whore in recovery,
No,
recovery
you
is
were
a
a whore at
12-step program.
point,
Sometimes you have a relapse.
No, when were you in recovery again? Because I could have sworn that this was your whorish time.
I was a whore from my early 20s to my 20s to about 27, 28. No, I have not been a whore lately. Like I said, I turned
42.
I mean, I had some whorish ways that came out in my 30s, but I was single, so I wasn't being bad. I wasn't cheating on nobody. I was just being a whore. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Sorry. There is a movement to not slut shame. We're sorry. We're not going to slut shame.
That's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with liking sex.
Said that's what I'm saying. So you're admitting
because I was a whore.
Slut.
Yeah, I was a whore.
Slut shame.
But the thing is, it's a what's they say?
I would
double-edged sword.
I would suggest that he goes to the next slut walk. However, I feel that he will get in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some numbers because I know they're giving it up.
I was about to ask you. I was about to say, if Amber Rose told you,
go ahead, bro.
She's the one that does the slut walks, and she.
No, just the fact that you said Amber Rose. Amber Rose did anything. I'm yeah.
She's at the slut walks.
She makes the slut walks. So if she said you're gonna do a slut walk with me, you doing it?
You fucking right. Amber Rose, man.
That's your favorite slut.
I mean, she just sexy as a motherfucker.
Is that your favorite slut? How many sluts do you know? Goodness gracious.
If she said you're gonna suck these toes, what you gonna do?
Look at
Now what? Now what?
We already know you're gonna lick the poop, but we want to know if you're gonna suck the toes.
Amber Rose.
If she said you gonna suck these toes, nigga, what you gonna do?
I'm gonna suck them toes.
See,
Amber Rose.
I knew it. You eat chitlins and you lick booty. I knew you was.
I'm still tell her to get out the shower. She gotta go in the shower first.
I knew it was gonna happen.
Only because you said Amber. Only because she said. Oh, and her feet is pretty. Like okay, look. I wasn't a feet fan in my in my 20s, in my 30s. Now in my 40s.
Now you suck them toes.
No. My man broke it down to me.
Why you suck them toes?
No, listen. My man was like, if you don't take care of your feet, you probably don't take care of other parts of your body. So if she ain't got pretty feet, I ain't gonna suck her toes or lick her pussy. I was like.
So now you suck the toe.
I haven't, but I would.
We know.
Amber Rose, her little her thick sexy ass.
You and lick booty. Come on now, we knew you.
Only lick only lick booty fresh out the shower. I'm not eating right. Yes, it does matter. Fresh out the shower, different from just coming out from coming out going shopping at Target and shit.
You put your tongue on the booty hole.
Ain't you had somebody tongue on your booty hole before?
That don't feel good to me. I'm sorry.
You gotta be the tiebreaker. 151. I hate to ask this, my man. You ain't never had your booty hole licked before.
Wait. We don't talk about you licking booty. We don't talk about you.
No, we talk about it feeling good. We talk about it feeling good.
That's a whole other story.
We want to feel good because we agree that it feels good, right? You might not like it, but other motherfuckers do. Fuck yeah, that shit feel great. Why she sucking? Huh?
Did it make your voice get happy?
I wasn't trying to talk. When she was licking my ass and sucking my balls and licking my dick, man, shit. It's been several. I just wasn't ready to settle
So
down.
you just out here licking booty and getting your booty.
Not
licked.
everybody
Okay.
get their booty
And
ate.
you was acting shady towards sucking toes, like come on now.
Like I said, I don't
You're
like
nasty.
sucking. I don't like sucking toes, but I don't
You're
mind
nasty.
licking ass fresh out the shower. I don't mind. I'm sorry.
So the girl that licked your ass, did she tell you she was gonna do it or just happened?
It was like a surprise. She was sucking my dick from the back.
From the back.
Yeah, she was like, I'm gonna show you something different. I was like, all right. She's like, get on your hands and you're like, whoa, I ain't trying to get down like that. She's like, no, ain't nothing like that. I'm like, all right, bet. So she started sucking my dick from the back, licking my balls and shit. Next thing I know, she licked my ass. I was like, whoa, hey, yeah, that's okay.
It's like, oh well, I did it again, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yep, that's what he said.
I mean, I'm just saying when see, I've had it happen when I've had a threesome before where I had a chick, licking my ass and another chick sucking my dick, but I never had a chick just lick my ass out of nowhere, and it caught me off guard, but it felt kind of good.
CP3, can you actually have an honest conversation and say what's going on Monday? Are y'all doing what's on the hill on Monday?
Oh, no, I
went. It's 9 o'clock, and I don't think I can go.
Oh shit, it is.
I can't.
I'm just saying we can go deep in some more shit, bro.
No.
You bought the Mexicali, motherfucker. You the one who talk about the mayor and shit. I told you, man.
Let me. Gabby do that, right? Gabrielle.
Who that guy?
Gabrielle Union. She made a statement about her.
She fucking Dwayne Wade. I can't do nothing with that.
She said she do that to him.
Do that what? Oh, she licked his ass. Hey.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, I don't know about Wade though. I think he might. Exactly, as I'm saying, I don't know him and Chris Bosh. Bosh done said some things that
he done did some things.
That's what I'm like.
On the court,
and that's why what they
suspect
poses some suspect outfit, suspect words, suspect things he done said. Yeah, I don't know. Wade, I don't like Wade because he got the so-called good guy mentality when he was a dirty motherfucker. He was a dirty playing
motherfucker.
Nah.
You a dirty motherfucker.
Right. That's
I didn't play basketball though. I was in football in that life.
He got the good guy mentality or the he got the good guy rap, but
because he played a game, when he was in Mill.
He was a dirty player.
But he was a dirty dude.
So I feel like you are jealous because you a dirty dude.
Because he got millions and I don't. Fuck it. I ain't right.
Dude, but ain't nobody looking at you like you the good guy.
Because I ain't got millions and I ain't in the national spotlight.
But Lady Antoinette, he was like, he never said he was a good. I was like, but you a dirty motherfucker.
Right, that's all I'm saying.
But I was playing a different sport.
I was playing football, not basketball. That's different. Nah.
Right.
Yeah, but I ain't got millions. Shit. And I ain't got a baby.
Jealous.
Nah, I'm just saying he did his baby mother wrong. He done some foul.
You did everybody's baby mama.
I ain't got no baby mama.
I said everybody's baby mama.
That ain't my problem. That's what I say, baby. They wasn't they white.
You was fucking in the church.
No, adjacent to a church.
It was
it's
church
different.
property.
It wasn't a church property.
It was church property.
It was adjacent. It was adjacent.
School that so makes it even worse. The school that was attached to the church.
You know what's funny? I drive by that joint every day going on.
You driving this time, don't you?
I look by like, yeah, she has some good head.
It's church property.
It was church adjacent. Now it's not a church anymore. It's like I don't know what it is now, but it's not a church.
But it was a school and
it was adjacent.
It was church property.
After they found on your evil way, they like, bro, you been to the ground.
It ain't my fault she worked there. It ain't my fault she worked there.
It wasn't your fault she worked
there.
The
it was adjacent.
Sir, if it is this school that is attached to the church, it is church property.
But the parking lot was separate from the church.
The fact that it was a church property, it was church property and a school makes it worse. You know that, right?
I wasn't selling drugs.
I didn't say you were.
At the time, were you?
No.
Did you have drugs on you at the time? There you go, right there.
There
you go. There you go, right there.
You ain't never rolled up a J while she was sucking you off?
Nigga, he laughing because he can't answer that.
I plead the fifth.
Good answer.
You nasty and you be breaking the law.
It was church adjacent. It was not the church parking lot. It was adjacent.
Property.
Anyway, CBD, let's wrap this up.
There'll be no Sports on the Hill podcast tomorrow night. We're taking off for Memorial Day. We'll be back the following week breaking down. I wish I was. But no, I'll be at 2450 Crane Highway, Waldorf Honda down in Waldorf, Maryland. If you need a new ride on this holiday weekend, we're making great deals. If you got new credit, no credit, slow credit, come holler at your boys. We're going to get that deal done. tomorrow night we're taking off. We'll be back next week covering Washington football team and Nats. They're still 5 games under 500. They just got swept by the Brewers, I believe, this weekend. And yeah, that's all I can pretty much say about that until next show on Sports and Nil Podcast. Check out the website, sportsothp.com. You click the podcast partners button, you see all of our affiliates. Check out the Sports OTHP. You can hit up, check out the website, order online, or you can hit me up, inbox me for the Sports OTHP apparel shirts with our partner Eric Kusa. It's also a sponsor of this show at the Bar Radio. And I'm out.
Lady Internet.
Wow. Well, hit me up on
Move that
Lady.
bottle away from me, please.
Is he still trying to drink?
My cup empty.
Hit me up on at lady.antoinette DMV, right?
Yes.
Yeah. On Instagram, I'm Lady Antoinette. On Facebook, I'm revving up to start doing my distillery tours again. So I'm trying to make appointments for them. So within the next couple weeks, you'll see that. New content, new information, and new alcohol that I will be bringing to at the bar.
At your own risk, baby.
So I am going to get, but it'll be a couple weeks. So look forward to that.
So I'll tell you what we'll do next week. We're going down to Roanoke. If you're a hot independent artist that's at this show, we might do it. I'll bring a mic and stuff, and we can do it on the spot.
It means I gotta pack up the studio.
No, they just do it with the camera. I'm not going live. We're just going chop it up and rebroadcast.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about going live.
No.
I mean, I can. I mean, I got everything.
I mean, if you want to, you can. But
It sounds like you want to.
Cause we ain't got a chance to use it mobile yet. One time we supposed to go mobile. That's when it rained last year with Eric Kusa. We were supposed to go mobile, and I ain't had a chance to pull out my.
I don't know if they have internet.
Oh yeah, I ain't paid my bill on my mobile Wi-Fi. Yeah, so that.
You just mumbling.
Because I forgot they just sent me a bill in the mail. I'm still fighting them bastards.
So we will, we just do a little promo or whatever, and I have a couple of Eric Kusa shirts I was going to take to Miami. I might bring it with me, and I might get somebody else to shirt.
Don't get me started. I still got some spoil. Yeah, I might pull my shirts out too. I think I still got some.
But if you're trash, you ain't getting shit.
Garbage. Please don't be no garbage.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. Y'all have seen my face sometimes when we play music.
Yeah.
I got to learn how to fix that.
No.
When it's real bad, it's all over my face.
You can't. I'm the same
No,
way.
it should be. It should be, because the problem is that sometimes you have to tell people what they need.
Yeah, I can tell them.
Like,
that's fine.
I tell people, and I know some people be like, "Dude's hating." I ain't really hating because I have no stake.
Oh, we already had that conversation.
Yeah.
We be out here hating, huh?
But I tell people honestly that if I tell you your mix is fucked up, I'm gonna tell you your mix is fucked up.
Yeah.
If I tell you that this ain't the single, like I'm not doing it from a point like I hate to. Nah, this is gonna be your strongest single.
Mm-hmm.
So I tell people from my honest opinion, whether they accept it or not. I mean 151 straight, no chasing. If you don't accept that, we don't give a fuck.
Right.
I'm gonna say what I gotta say, and it is what it is.
Right.
If you ain't feeling the music, they need to know, because you sell records on what the audience feels, not what you feel.
Right.
You know.
No, one more parting shot. You all know 151. I've been going through a tough time mentally, being in my head, and I have a couple of folks that's going through some tough times right now. I don't know if you're tuning in right now, but there's nothing wrong with reaching out to folks that's in your circle to help encourage you and uplift you when you're going through those rough times. 151 is someone that I've been reaching out to, going through the struggles of my new career change and going through some of the struggles with my personal life and some of the other things I have going on. And I got a couple of friends right now that's going through some tough times, and I've been trying to uplift them. And, they're in a dark place right now. So one thing I just want to end the show with, we crack a lot of jokes and talk a lot of stuff about a whole bunch of craziness, but sometimes people just need somebody to listen to,
Right.
and just need that encouragement from a friendly ear or someone, you know, that's in their corner to show them that, you know, there's a different path, there's a different way. And as I say, 151, you know, I was calling him over the last couple of weeks, been having a lot of personal struggles in my, like I said, my new career and in my personal life. And he's been one of the people that's been, you know, helping me stay focused and giving me encouraging words. So you never know, you know, what you can say that can help influence somebody's life and turn around what they're going through. So one thing I'm trying to do consciously is try to be more encouraging to other folks that's going through struggles, because I'm blessed to have folks in my circle that's able to uplift me and help me to become a better person, a better man each and every day. So my parting shot is just try to do that, be that for yourself or be that for somebody else, because you never know how important those words can be to somebody else going through a struggle at that time.
Truly, I'll say it like this. Your energy, when somebody's down and you let them borrow your energy, it's important. Your energy can definitely heal people.
Definitely.
When I was going through my stuff last year, literally we had one of our greatest shows, and then that same night my aunt passed.
Right.
I was in a very dark place. Stuff wasn't going right. I was frustrated at work. I wanted to kill people. And then we took a break. We went down to Richmond. Not Richmond, 757.
Yeah, Virginia Beach,
Virginia
baby.
Beach area. And it was not just remember CP3 was like, well, because Renegade couldn't go. Because the original plan was to do this show in Richmond. For this interview, and he couldn't go, and the lady didn't get back to us. I was like, man, fuck that, we still going. And it was just something I just needed to heal. So when people get placed in your life for a reason, it is up to you to follow that reason. So, you know, and I know we get negative, like, well, we'll tell you not to do certain things, but it's up to you to fight through the negativity and go. I was watching The Matrix the other night, and I was just like,
that's my shit.
Follow the white rabbit. And he made a decision to follow. And he was all fucked up, but then he made a decision that night to follow the white rabbit, and a lot changed.
Right.
So sometimes you need to follow the rabbit. You know, don't get caught up in these situations, because we're all going to go through the turbulence, we're all going to go through the struggle. But when you have the right people around you, they'll pull you out the storm.
No doubt.
You know, and I even to this day, I really just appreciate that was a real tough time in my life. You know, and it may have been a 4-day weekend, but it was a lot of healing.
We had a good time, dog. I was glad to be down to visit my family, man. You know, we was out of town. Normally, like I said, we'd be staying with the fam in the house, but it was an unexpected trip. So, you know, we was at the hotel chilling. But then, you know, my fam, that's why I love going down there, because there's always love. I hadn't been down there for since then, probably about 8-9 years, and I was always trying to get down there, but something came up. That's why when I text him, I was like, yeah, I'm coming down. I'm like, yeah, whatever, motherfucker. You done said that so many times. We don't believe that shit. Then when I popped up, I was like, oh, shit, you back in town. So it's love, man.
Was he thoughting down there?
He wasn't, but I was looking for some of his lost kids, and I couldn't find him.
Yeah.
I told you, man.
But he didn't. He was driving, so we only went to certain areas.
On purpose.
We ain't going around Norfolk State. We wasn't messing around. I still a nigga with cornrows with bad feet. I'm like, oh shit.
Hey, you know 151 would have pointed that.
Oh, he recorded that shit. What's your last name? What's your mama name? She got curly hair and got chinky eyes. Yeah, that's that.
He gonna have your initials.
What's your nickname? Foot?
Foots Junior.
He gonna have your initials, but not your actual name.
Hey, man. I can see.
Yeah, my mama got pregnant by this nigga named Foots, and he ran out on her.
Yeah, that's all she knew.
I didn't run out. She didn't give me her full name. Shit.
You clearly didn't
give
either.
her your full name.
Hey, if all she took was Foots, and that's all it took, I'm just saying, hey.
Yeah, whatever. So,
and she can make, come here, little Foots.
Hey, man.
Hey, she call you Big Foots.
Hey, we all got bad feet.
And the other one is Happy Feet.
Hey, man, as long as they ain't got bad feet, that's all that matters, man.
So now that we got all the positive stuff, I gotta throw some shade.
Oh, Lord. Buckle up.
So I just hope for the people in Roanoke, y'all ready, because we about to give y'all this. This should turn motherfuckers out in Atlanta.
Damn.
This should turn these niggas out.
I'm gonna be fresh down there too, so any wrong up thoughts, you'll holler at me.
You know,
I love doing stuff to
wrong
throw
with
him
those
off.
thoughts.
I love doing stuff to throw him off.
Yo, when Renegade performed this in Atlanta, he killed that joint. This is my shit, though. And we premiered this joint here at the bar. Where your bitch at? What the hell did you get?
Oh shit.
All that David Shaw, look at your phone.
Oh shit. Oh.
He looked down, I went like, I just turned my phone like.
Oh shit. I need to know why. Oh shit. I wasn't ready for that. Oh
No,
The show over.
I don't give a fuck. I want another shot.
You're not really pouring a shot, you know that, right? Look at you took that too long. The shot is already a shot. Let me see.
I got $40, nigga.
I'm going home. I gotta be working
It's just more than a
8:45.
shot.
I'll be alright. Want something to get
Because
something
I
out
know
of the way?
how freehand pour a shot. You did This is round 2. The rematch. Wait for something like
Real.
right now.
I'd rather be a pussy or be the case. I'm money rich cause I'm always riding with my ex. He never been about that, see it on his face. And wrap it up, nigga, then we call it just a day. Cause I don't know, I've been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone.
You gotta run that other joint back. The first one, your first joint you played from Atlanta before you played the second one. Yeah, you gotta run that. That joint was a banger.
Nigga, that's still because you want violence.
I'm just saying. Best feeling in the world.
I'm gonna be real with you. I really feel sorry for because what's name is gonna be there, and I hope they don't.
Who Erica B?
Yeah.
This shit gonna be dying.
Stuck in the corner. See a future, they put them out. I need me a mule. I feel like a chiller. I got me a cool. I feel like I'm about to ain't nothing to prove. I back it up like it's a bruise. Carry that look, I'm carrying the boulder. Like a man on this really gon' sue you. Got niggas tied up in the womb. Draco's foot on his way in the room.
That joint had me, that joint had me weak, bro. That's how that shit be with me.
And not the gym, call me Rain. You play along with your team is. I'm trying to work off the block, dog, and I really know what the thing is. Giving them too much. You just beaming the stuff. Seems to amaze me. It really, really don't faze me. It always feels like I seen it all before. Nigga, please don't play me. You them up. Giving them up. Doing too much. You just beaming the stuff. Nothing seems to amaze me. It really, really don't faze me. It always feels like I seen it all before. Nigga, please don't play me. Niggas just saying they always debating and up on my plate. You chasing the fuck what you making, I'm making a statement. What you be saying, you know I'm not playing, it's not too amazing. That pussy I lay in strokes on the cage, she living the flavor. They act like I made you, I'm doing you favor, she walking up grateful. My haters can stuck with no paper, man, nigga, I made you. You two strings like I'm Taylor, you picked in my table. And if you don't pick you, I'm at an angle. In the stage, schools in the bed, they running around trouble. If it's a check, don't know it's searching. Pick up what you lack, you stuck in the back, we know that you're working. This shit in my veins, I'm living through pain. I got but if they more hate, I know they ain't afraid.
Yeah, I said, what this stuff got on? You've been hanging around college too long. And Swift's belly hanging over his short.
Because he fucking my baby mama, Alicia Keys.
You can't claim all the women in the world.
Alicia Keys was mine before he got it.
You won't never yours, my love.
She was.
Huh?
She
They
didn't know.
said they both drunk.
Giving them hope. You just beaming stuff. Nothing seems to amaze me. It really, really don't faze me. It always feels like I seen it all before. Nigga, please don't play me.
My little bro down in Miami and shit. Trying to get in touch with this nigga down at ground and DJing and shit. I know, if I can't catch up with this little nigga.